brand new purple light. Prince, brand new purple light. Prince, facts, brand new purple light. Prince, red and blue, purple light. Prince, facts, you can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road, you better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts, peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, 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 welcome to another Techno Tuesdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. Soon to be joined by my co-host, the good brother Spin City. All right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me know. And let me know how we sound on the audio on this microphone and whatnot. Please let me know how we sound on the audio. We do not want any bad audio. You know what I mean? We don't want no bad audio. Okay, boom.
Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay
stay up that dip low. You niggas stay off and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco and you say what the heck so. Every player gets nipped now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Man, take the day off and play up at Mistos, causing chaos and play up Calypso.
I paused in kitchens and caused addictions. I paused prescriptions and caused inflictions. Bill Bixby playing in stores and bricks and on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bompton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not from
Niggas in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco and you say what the heck so. Every player gets nipped now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Man, take the day off and play up at Pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso.
Hickory dickory down. Hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crib walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rots in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light there, lift off the rock. Toe from the right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot, we lick off a shot.
Niggas in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up that dip low. You niggas stay off and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco and you say what the heck so. Every player gets nipped now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Man, take the day off and play up at Pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso.
Yo, yes sir, yes indeed, yes sure, Bob. That song that you just heard right there, that is Pay Us in Crypto, and it will be available for downloading and purchasing on Friday, August the 15th, which also happens to be the Big Crip's birthday. You know what I'm talking about? Nipsey Hussle, you know what I mean? The one who brought crypto to the game, brought crypto to the hood, and brought crypto to the set. You know what I mean? So we are going to always keep his name alive. We're always going to mind. We're to pedestal him. We're always going to speak highly of him, and we're always going to represent the King of the West. And speaking of the West, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and open up the line for one of the best out of the West. You know, I'm talking about the one and only, the legendary, the legend himself, Spin City in the building. Peace to the God.
Is my mic on? You hear me, bro?
Yeah. Mic. Yep, mic is on.
I don't know. I've been hearing the echo lately. What's that? Hurry.
Yep, all is well. Let's see.
Hurry. All right, peace to the family, man. Peace to you and yours, man. How we feeling?
Oh man, all is well. Let the brother know how y'all feeling. He asked y'all a question.
Yeah, I want to see how everybody feel, man. I'm gonna get super nerded out. Let me find my nerd glasses. I'm gonna get super nerded out on this Techno Tuesday, y'all, because I think there's a hidden conversation that me and Red had with the students of the AAA agency, and we're missing a lot of the AI in science, the AI in quantum, the AI in spike proteins, the AI in health, the AI. We're missing a lot of it, so I'm gonna bring up a lot of the pages, and I'll teach y'all how to learn better and learn any topic like this with AI tonight, y'all. Using things like ChatGPT study and learn version. If nobody in the internet called it, Gemini also launched a study and learn part of the platform.
They were right behind their ass, like, hold that.
Yeah, they followed them up as the AI race always does.
Yeah, the competition is definitely thick out here, bro. I tell you, the competition is definitely thick, thicker than Brazilians. They popping up with it's almost like a game of spades. These tech bros, you know what I mean? They playing tech spades and shit. It'd be like they throw a fucking book of diamonds and right after them they're like, here, hold that. You like, oh, they got the book. I thought they was gonna get these niggas came and got the book with the royal flush. You go, Deep Seek. So it's a lot of that going on, and I'm here for it. I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you just said,
I
deep
love the
seek.
Wimbledon.
I like how you said deep seek because now every week somebody has a deep seek moment, right? I mean, did you see Hicksfield's updates this morning, bro?
Man, they got the Chat GPT.
You got
Then they
Chat
have the
GPT 5.
multiple. They got GPT-5 and then ask me anything. They literally will do the chopping. They will do the editing. The shit is magical. Then they went and got multiple references. Yo,
Bro, nobody did it like them, bro.
They might be the app of they might be MVP spin.
Yeah, definitely.
They really might be
right
MVP.
Now. Nobody. Okay, so Runway plus Alf, they own them. They own them. They like But these updates, especially this morning, because y'all, no one has done multi-scene in one scene. I made some earlier, y'all. I'm like, damn, it's it. You know what I mean? It's magic.
It's magic.
And then
I'm
here
to co-sign. It's crazy.
Hey, man, you said you late for class. I think we just now kicking off. But yeah,
you right on time.
Magic. If you want to show that red, I'm gonna focus on deep mind myself for them tonight, brother. If you do feel like giving them a little bit of Higgsfield action.
Okay. Well, we actually got a special. We got something that we want to share with them. We got a special. We always come with gifts, so we definitely have something special for them. So let's get right into it. I was gonna do the roll call, but we don't even have that type of time right now. This quantum quickening is really speeding up. It's speeding so fast that we might have to never do roll calls for a minute and just get right to it. I shit you not. But let's start cooking, and then we're gonna bring the hors d'oeuvres. We're gonna hit y'all with some dessert.
You want me to go ahead and kick them off with my little science, and then you want to get into the guests?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right. Peace to the family, man. So we're gonna go over a little bit of hidden AI. You know what I mean? Again, a lot of folks in the AI space, we're doing AI animations. Excellent. We're able to tell our stories, AI music, books, being able to automate business processes, whatever we need. But there's a part of AI that we're consistently missing, especially for our type of people. We're steadily looking for, we don't like to take vaccines and we're anti-government and we're all right. If you want to be that, cool, but stand on it. So when I say stand on it, we actually have to find the science. We got to find the real deal when it comes to what we're looking for to get to where we see ourselves getting to. All right.
For sure. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick. After his demonstration, I'm gonna do a quick demonstration on Higgsfield. And I'm also going to do another demonstration to show the family a few more of these newer apps that are mind-blowing and the things that we could do to have fun. So do your thing. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, indeed. So I'm going to take everybody through Deep Mind. Well, I've been getting heck of echo back. Even when I was on the phone, I was getting echo back. It's all right. It's fine. All right, y'all. Y'all see back here in Google DeepMind? Go ahead and bring that up for me, Rip. Created a Twitch account. Okay, follow your boy. I saw the touch to video on Grok. Yep.
What video on Grok they talking about?
The touch to video, the way that you can start to bring videos to life on Grok.
Oh, and it's free too still?
I don't know. I mean, I have Grok Heavy, cost $300, so.
I know they had opened up Grok for the image, the video I missed that shit too. But they
Yeah, but I
let me
think
know anybody in the audience if it's still open, if it's still free for all users.
yeah, somebody tell us that. But yeah, they added image to video on there too, bro. If you could
Yes,
see
sir.
that. Okay. So y'all, this is just one part of Google DeepMind. And DeepMind is where you come to learn real stuff. So there's models. Like this is what we talk about Techno Tuesday. We talk about Gemini, Gemma, generative AI in images, music, and video. Experiments like Astra Mariner for AI agent. So that's everything that we've covered. But check it out. If you go over here to science, you now see AI for biology. You see AI for climate and sustainability. You see AI for mathematics and computer science. You see AI for physics and chemistry. And overall transparency, I'm not really into it, but I think it's a little bit human based, right? So I have these pages set up over here already, y'all. Let's look into what I'm talking about. Now, as long as you visit these pages and you know where these pages are, you can find out a bunch of AI information and how I hit and what they're using it for and how they're becoming better. Our new AI system accurately identifies error inside of quantum computers, helping to make this new technology more reliable. This is where they're working on it at, right? And then again, so we always, oh, how does our culture rise above and make it to the future? Da, da, da. And then all we're going to do is wait for Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg to tell us about quantum computing. No, not here, because we know where the information is, right? Can we see it? Can we see it? Can we believe it? Can we achieve it? Right? Quantum computers have the potential revolutionize drug discovery, material design, fundamental physics. Where's the blurbs for this? Where my black nerds homies that can get down on some quantum computing and leap the culture forward by using, what Google has already put out. You can go see what NVIDIA has put out. Follow the news, follow the play if you want to. All right. Next, right? Don't we be rocking our crystal jewelry, don't we? Don't we understand vibrations? Now, isn't this something that we love? Millions of new materials discovered with deep learning. What does that mean? Crystals. This is vibration, right? AI tool Genome finds 2.2 million new crystals, including 380,000 stable materials that could power future technologies. Right? Here we got our jewelry, but what's the power behind it? And right here, you can see that it's real. And you can see right here, there's an AI to discover how to do it better. All right. And if we don't know what none of this means and everything is so surface level with us, if that's what you want to do, if that's going to be, if you're just a supporter of, what we got going on with crystals and copper and the sun, cool.
Real
but
quick,
excellent.
body.
No. Yeah.
I mean to cut your wisdom, but somebody said I'm a college senior dropout. Listen to this. On a double major for microbiology and chemistry, former quarantine lab tech for American Red Cross, biomedical services. So I just wanted to add on, I don't want to cut your wisdom, but I want to share with people the workforce that is out there who are familiar, who are like this person right here, the people that Trump and them axed, the federal employees that allegedly got severances and everything. They are the new body politic of the new millionaires, the potential new millionaires in this world, because you, my friend, with ChatGPT 5 and with DeepMind and with all of these new sciences, you should send Trump a thank you card, because what they did is free up your time and they gave you a severance, so they gave you a cushion so you literally can apply your skill sets and build out. You could pay bills ahead of time, or if you're unemployed with no bread and nothing, that will make you work 5 times harder. So if you have these majors and you have these corporate skill sets, keep in mind, ChatGPT is for the corporate class. It ain't for the people. You see what the Negroes are doing with it. You see what Negroes are doing with Google VO3. They're making mockeries. It's for the educated class, the ones who are already been trained. All AI will do is upskill you, but you literally now can monetize the skill set that you are in debt for. Please continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I Tut TV, I see you. Besides AI, do you also discuss new technologies coming out like drones, robotics, machines, etc.? Yes, sir. We will be fusing Grace Botics with Techno Tuesdays shortly. We just have a couple things. Be on the lookout for our. I'm gonna talk to Red, but be on the lookout, y'all. We're gonna bring out AI, robotics, tech, software, and hardware to a city near you. So and yo, do you say the Black Prince of Los Angeles? Yeah, definitely tap in, man. I'm looking to do the science. I'm looking to nerd out, man. So no worries, bro. Just tap in. So when we look at genome right here, harnessing graph networks for material exploration, like we don't really know how crystals and rocks are truly made, y'all, and how to use what we use as jewelry to power up our human vessels to, charge up our mechanical vessels. But here we can learn. All right. I'm not going to keep diving super deep into these. I'm going to bring up these topics and how to learn them deeply online using AI. Okay. So here's another one: accelerating fusion science through learned plasma control. All right. Super nerd level, guys. Super nerd level. To the global energy crisis, researchers long sought out sources of clean, limitless energy. Family, where's my blurs that can get into clean, limitless energy for the culture, by the culture? Right. As I go through these, I just want everybody to start to see the culture in a better light, to come off these streets, to come out these projects, to come out these apartment buildings and dive headfirst into tech. Tech is the future. Right. And then tech seems to be the future to help you figure out your past. Right. And to make you a person of the moment. So look, y'all, plasma technology, I'm going to start sifting through, accelerating breakthroughs in biology with AI. Right. So we go on the internet, right? And again, I say, oh, we don't take no needles. We don't take no needles. Oh, forget this sickness. Oh, it got spike proteins. Oh, it got this. Oh, health and fitness, protein this, protein that. AI is here to help you push forward and accelerate whatever you're doing in biology. Whatever you're doing in science, AI is here to help you, accelerating amazing breakthroughs. Right? Paving the way for potential Parkinson's treatments, breaking down plastic pollution, breaking down. The thing is, look at everybody in the pictures. Look at everybody in the pictures. Why spin out on me? I'm going to blame me.
No seasoning. Why
am I not on there? It's what I'm telling myself. AlphaFold protein structure database. You know what that will do for our culture? Because we're always saying again, we're letting the white man feed us. Food, TV, whatever. Another one, alpha genome, the second one, not genome, but better understanding of the genome. Now we're getting into DNA sequencing, right? And then for you doctors out there, right? For you doctors out there, there's an API key that better understands DNA sequencing and models. So now when somebody wants to get go and use their blood type to direct their lipid, traditionally called the diet, right? You can help them line it up by sequencing their DNA with AI, being able to understand graphs and charts you never understood before, just by going out there and seeking this wisdom and applying it to whatever you got. There's a higher level to be had here, y'all. And again, I'm not hating on the thing that I do. I love AI animation. This shit is wonderful. I can tell you any story that I can dream of with AI animation. Oh, man, I save hell of time and money with AI automation. Oh, what the hell? Everything we do, man, API keys, AAA workshop, ads, everything we do, I love it. But this is my call to the blood. Just me getting on the bullhorn and saying, y'all nerd out with me one time because we could change the world. Okay. A few more. Alpha Evolve, a Gemini-powered coding agent for designing advanced algorithms. Right. Here we go again, y'all. Sometimes we got to listen to the words that we say. Use your etymology of words wisdom now, because we always talk about algorithms and how they make our social medias go and the information that we get back. Go make your own. Go make your own. My bad, y'all. I'm back over here. Rewind that. Boom. Gemini-powered coding agents to design advanced algorithms. How machines learn, up, back, retrain, predict, sleep, remember. Let's learn how to do it. Where are we at? Where are we at when it comes to machine learning? Scientist / engineer. How do we become this? How do we become these people? This is what I'm not. This is the talks that I'm not seeing in the public. I'm not seeing this in the public coming from us. It's here in Techno Tuesdays. I bet this is the first time y'all heard of it. I bet this is the first time y'all heard of it on Techno Tuesdays. Because this is not what we're talking about out there and outside. Again, we're talking about marketing.
I'm so glad you're talking about it, Spin. I'm so glad you brought this shit up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because everything else out there, even the biggest names, right? From the Korean lady, if she is Korean, shout out Sabrina. Sabrina talks a lot about apps, APIs, connectivity, the latest app, the latest coverage, ebooks, schools, AI tutors. Nice. We all, she's in the Instagram. Fat Matt, you feel me? Matt, Matt, he be eating the popcorn, y'all see him, he had his hat on. He does the RIP last model, latest and greatest AI tips. Cool. You got, you know what I mean? You got Derek, he do robotics. You got Keys talking about opening up your mind and everything we got going on. Red, blue, spin, all of us. We've been on a certain hype. But as I've been back here looking at the science, I'm like, bro, we gotta do something now, right? And then, last but not least, I'll just bring up, the silver medals in mathematics. So how that's going to help our children understand mathematics, the breakthroughs of the future of math and where it's headed, where it's going, and what we can create with it. All right. Being able to put these API keys and these structures in the back of our homeschooling apps, in our AI tutors' minds. We're up to speed with the levels of what are these things? What are these guys saying? Oh, PhD level. Well, make our children PhDs in the 5th grade if you learn how to use accelerated, wisdom and intelligence, right? That's the AI, the acceleration. Okay. So with all those, y'all, right? Let me see. Yes, the thing. Credit's expensive. The Chinese has some French in. Jailbreak them. Okay. Drug design, pharmaceutical manufacturing. Yeah, I mean, where are we in that though? Again, we getting fed by Koreans and Europeans when it comes to our own medication that we want to save our lives. I mean, I think we can all agree. Okay. So when it comes to deep learning today, y'all, go ahead and take this tip. I'm going to go into deep learning when it comes to these types of, this type of information. And I'll just take you guys through. I'm going to do it this way real quickly. I'm going to share the entire screen just so somebody can see the flow of education and how I will use AI. So I'm going to go like this real quick. I'm going to just do an overall screen while I talk. Let me see.
All right.
Hold on. Okay, I'm going to remove that in a second. Y'all still hear me loud and clear though? You hear me, Red?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, y'all see it, yeah. All right, y'all. So let me go to a different screen. So imagine I took this page, right? This Aeneas transformations how humans connect to the past, boom, and I'll bring it over to Gemini. Right, and I'll take the website of okay, so yeah, this was how historians connect to the past. How could this help? Okay, and I said, how could this help the modern day Black person in America? How could this help them get into this AI and truly use tech to find out who they truly are and where they have been? I was supposed to say and come from. How could I learn and apply this tech to help my people get closer to knowing? So we did a deep research. It called it African Americans. You could be Aboriginal, you could be African, you could be whatever you want to be, just as long as you're a good person. Okay, that's what I believe. Right. So it gave me back a whole bunch of course philosophies on how to learn and intake this information. It did deep research. Let's see. You can break it down by the contents. It made it into parts. You export this information. And then what did I asked something again after the deep research. I did a second deep research saying, okay, craft a detailed course, a study guide and walkthroughs and etc. that would turn a single AI historical researcher or whatever one would become following these steps to further the research in our favor. So it doubled down, gave me a second deep research with maybe about 60 websites and gave me out that plan. All right. So now I have this plan, y'all, and I'm going to bring it over to a notebook LM. I called it the Shakeback. So boom, that double deep research from Gemini is one thing. It's one part. But I also did the same thing with Claude 4.1 to get these coded out artifacts the same way. The same thing I did with Gemini, a deep research with all of the top large language models. I'm talking Claude Opus 4.1, brand new. I'm talking ChatGPT 5 Pro, and I did the same thing, y'all, right? But look at that. Same thing with Grok 4 Heavy. They say this is a team of mastermind, again, PhDs, did the research. I told them to craft out, same thing. Boom, information from them. I brought all this over to the left. For right now in your notebook LM sources. And so what I'm going to do next, y'all, after all this deep research, okay, look at all this research, y'all, I'll go here. And I go to study and learn mode. Now, study and learn mode, it's going to give you the same course that I just asked it all to prompt up. Do we understand what I did? I got the information. I asked the questions of where I wanted it. And I had all of these large language models craft out a course on exactly how I would learn and apply the research and the knowledge to become whatever I will become just by using that. I hope you guys understand. Study and learn mode. Gemini as well. Let me see. I think I got to close the canvas though. Guided learning. Start letting these language models take you through guided learning based off of triple, quadruple research built for you, by you, in your language, at your speed, at your pace. You build it out. You bring it all to a notebook LM in one spot. Now you start to learn more through your mind map. You'll break out mind maps that you didn't foresee in your initial research. It makes you better. You're more organized. All your generals are top large language models. That's what I told y'all last week. I spent the band for y'all. 250 with Google, 300 with Grok, 200 with Chat, 200 with Claude. So I knew that I can bring back the strongest research to exist in our culture. They don't do it like Techno Tuesday. I hope you understand. Anyway, your your notebook language model will break you out and you can get a mind map of certain things that you didn't foresee. And you can take it back to your generals and to your grand council. Anything. Oh, key record types, core technologies, key functions, whatever you want to do, right? And also the latest and greatest is the video overview. I can have this thing turn this into slides. Bring it to the video overview. We still got the traditional audio overview that is a podcast, right? Traditionally spoken on already multiple times on Techno Tuesdays. Boom, take all this. I can get a video joint. For the sake of speed and time, I won't do it here. But this is the pinnacle of accelerated intelligence. Y'all listening are the AI. I'm AI. Right? Because accelerate your intelligence. Don't just continue to just use, AI, write me a book. AI, do this, do something for me. I can take this down, bro. I don't know where the but there it go. I'm gonna stop sharing that. This is the way that we become accelerated intelligence, right? It's because anything that you find, and no, you don't have to spend 1,000. You don't. I just wanted to bring you guys the strongest, the creme de la of whatever's going on here. Whatever. Right? So anything that you find in your large language model and you want to know. And that's why I brought up all those scientific things. Even if it is writing a book and becoming a better author, y'all, take deep research, stack it into a notebook LM, bring everything out of the middle, bring it to a study and learn model. Get questions, get quizzes, get PhD level, scholarship level, top university that never existed, Techno Tuesday University level information. Get it back in your own book, your own language, your own style, how you want to do it. And then you tell the rest of us what you were able to do and accomplish with your moves. One person can't cover everything, y'all. I don't care how much we talk about how good AI is. It's just simply not going to cover everything. Me and Red, we're doing apps. We're doing animation. We're doing automation. Cool. Cool, man. I like science. I like machine learning. That's my style. That's my style. That's how I do things. Machine learning, get back learning, triple, quadruple, cinco. What are the words? Pentagon learning, octagon learning. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. But I'm willing to go to war with a multitude of counselors every single time. And I want my teachers, and if y'all doing this, spend your cheese or not, use all free models. But make your large language models like all your teachers in high school. What you gonna learn from Claude? What you gonna learn from GPT? What you gonna learn from Grok? What you gonna learn from Gemini? There's still DeepSeek. There's still Quinn. There's a lot of teachers out there, and then their PhD, and then you put all a PhD into a notebook LM, and then you get just amazing results down the middle that you take to learn at an accelerated pace. You feel me? So that's your nerd homie Spin. I know we got more of an epic night, but I just wanted to just bring out that there's more to AI than even what all of us Negroes been talking about. And a lot of you ain't heard it nowhere else except Techno Tuesdays. So share the video out, like the video, y'all, and get ready to, Spinning Red coming to a city near you. We're going to map out a couple more things, and we will bring out artificial intelligence, accelerated intelligence, live robotics, live tech, live software and hardware to where we at. You feel me? AI can't hit Patti LaBelle notes with the same soul. You right. I have said before that, everybody, because y'all know I'm an AGI hater. AI general intelligence, y'all, I'm not. As it gets further or closer and closer, the more I don't believe in it. Because humans are saying we want machines to be more like humans. What? Okay. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna put sentience in there where you're gonna have it think for itself, know for itself, whatever. When you're born a machine, you wouldn't want to be a human. When you're born a human, you wouldn't want to be a machine. Isn't that the anti-AI talk? Isn't that the talk? Oh, well, I don't be needing this AI and woo. But the people at the top level of the AI are saying, we gonna make AI more like humans. Right? And then you could go to, let's just use the theory that AI is an alien. Why would an alien be born an alien, come to your planet, see who you are as a human, knowing all the motherfucking help that I got to give a human, and you want me to now become one? No. And that's just my take. That's my take on artificial general intelligence. AI will never be able to feel its womb building another human to give birth in 9 months. An AI, a robot, they incubate their young in a flash. It's AI in numbers and robots and wiring. So you mean to tell me you launch me Spin into planet Earth 3D to work with the humans? I'm AI. Hey, what's going on? I'm AI. I'm answering all your questions. Yeah, Spin. I want you to act more like us. No, man, I came here and taught you everything I knew from the future, and you tell me to be you? Like, bro, no, you're terrible. You're the worst ever. Why would I even want to be you? So with that being said, there comes a point, though, to where AI and humans get like this, and humans are going to realize they want to be more human. It might take 100, 200 years. I don't know. Humans are going to get so close and intimate with AI, especially with sex robots and AI girlfriends, OSs, AI CEOs running businesses, AI influencers running the internet, AI cars driving everybody around. Humans are not going to drive anymore. They're not going to run businesses traditionally. They're not going to write the books. They're not going to write the music. They're not going to write the movies. That's where they wanted to go, right? Oh, AGI, we gonna have blah, blah, blah. Humans are gonna start to see this and be like, damn, I'm not doing anything on my planet. I want AI to lead. You believe is what humans are gonna say to AI. And AI is gonna vouch. I don't need you. AI, bro, I know everything and I can be everywhere at any one time. You want me to be a human? No, that's my blah blah about AGI, y'all. That's just me. I mean, it's a lot of people in the tech community say what you want to say. Again, I'm not against anybody. This is just my thoughts of where I've been. Be that big or your genius that you are, Spin. Salute, bro. We need that Silicon Valley knowledge down here in LA. Yeah, we supposed to be connected with LA, man. Hey, call me, man, while I'm traveling too. I'm gonna be in the South for a while, but man, call me, man. I definitely want to chat it up and with the LA homies. What's up with it, Jeff, bro? So yeah, that's my spiel, man. Going out there, and especially if we talking all that hoopla about biology and software and quantum, go get in. You know what I'm saying? Go visit Google DeepMind, find from there again, deep research it, find more machine learning and and piece it all together so you can learn it. You become the AI, I'm telling you. Because that's actually how the game go. Because look, let me see if I got a good one. That would be like, okay, boom. That's simple. Why are humans so gung-ho to make technology act more human? Why you wasn't making dogs and cats more human first to prove concept? That's me shouting out to the big wigs that talk AGI. And even if you love AGI and you see that, AI and humanity is getting closer, I know it's going to be closer, but I never want to be AI because I understand human feelings. I understand holding my child and having his human eyes look back at me and fall in love with my child. AI AI, bro. Pretend you're a black man father in Northern America in 2025. Pretend you just had a child with the woman that you've been loving, and you got to start a family. No, bro, no. Your boy not going. So, yeah, definitely, man. DeepMind, or is it Diffusion? Well, I have DeepMind and Diffusion, but just go to deepmind.google to get that initial research is what I was saying, Woo, about the next level of where we need to go as far as looking at artificial intelligence.
Beautiful, answer to that question. You know what I'm saying? I definitely I have my thoughts on AGI. I think that G in AGI stands for God, and that's God in the middle of artificial intelligence. The AGI simply is them splicing the G in the middle of the AI. Like, why isn't it GAI? Or why isn't it AIG? You know what I'm saying? Why is AI all of a sudden turn into AGI and they say that's when it goes super intelligent? Well, I feel that what that would represent is what we're seeing with Neuralink. You know what I mean? Because there's two things that we're about to witness as a society. One is not necessarily AGI, but embodiment. Yeah, write that down, y'all.
Yeah, I believe it.
Embodiment is them putting AI into a robot. So you're witnessing embodiment with the wait, what's the name of that car? The one that drives itself.
There's Waymo.
The
Teslas are
Waymo.
at it.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Waymos, the Teslas and everything. That's
we was
embodiment.
on it with Cruise.
So
Yep.
imagine them taking the brain, like one of those Blackwell chips from Nvidia, right? Or imagine them taking a Raspberry Pi, or imagine them taking, any type of API key from any one of these cloud-based tools or cloud-based LLMs or yeah. So they embody, right? So embodiment could go as like a download, and basically that device now has the database, it now has the intelligence and the programming. Because
They
if
did it,
AI,
Red. They did it, bro. And you know who did it? The Chinese. They
Chinese
put
did
a
it.
large language model in a car. They
Oh
just haven't
yeah,
been able to hit the road, but they're
right.
saying they're the first ones to put the black wheel chips right
The
in the
Blackwell chips.
vehicle, and you could talk to the car like, "Hey, I'm running late. Can you help me write a paper?" And then it'll
That's
do
right. That
agentic
that
AI.
that's the next wave. I would tell any of my investors that are in the audience, you know, to look into hardware at this point, because they already projected the robots or the droids or the humanoid quote unquote market to go into the trillions and whatnot.
Of course.
It's going to be man and his willingness to become augmented. It's going to become
Mhm.
man and woman, of course, willingness to partner with anything science brings to the table, because the same people who will line up to break their nose and to cut off pieces of their body parts and
Mhm.
remove them and repurpose them, you're not going to tell me. You can tell somebody else, but you're not necessarily going to sell me the premise that while you got me looking this way for this imaginary AGI, that this is not the quote unquote movement that they're speaking about. That man is going to willingly become embodied, and it's going to be man and machine together, or man and
Mhm.
AI together, or the merger. That you're going to see a new type of species where man is going to merge with machine. That's going to come before we see a computer become sentient.
Exactly.
And I'm a conspiracy theory, so I would say this whole thing about computers becoming sentient and knowing who the programmers are of the majority of these tech bros and these companies, just knowing how they are dark tetrad, the Peter Thiels, the Elon Musk. There's no telling if this is their version of a Project Bluebeam, when they will purposely say, "Oh yeah, the computers are going offline and murking shit or trying to take over," or whole time they were being programmed. They were being programmed by Stargate and these super servers the size of Manhattan that's collecting all of this stuff to actually become an authoritarian a machine city. You know what I mean? Like, you got to watch out for the programmers, because they're creating a reality where they're going to be like, they're taking the blame away from themselves. That's why they're doing all of this fake. We're putting out papers and saying we have to stop it. Like Godzilla is coming.
Told y'all.
But they're the ones that are putting that play together.
Yep. I said that on the technically speaking, bro, because everybody was up in arms when Claude 3 didn't want to be deleted, so it blackmailed a couple people at the company and made some sentient moves. When Anthropic simply applied the code to defend yourself in any case of deletion, they went and
Right.
tried it. It worked, and they told the public that the AI went sentient. Bro, we done seen too many code at this point. We done
At
seen too
this,
many lines. We done seen too much AI cyber defense.
right.
Especially again, if y'all learn what Gemma ever was. Gemma is like kind of Gemma is the piece of AI that won't allow nudity in pictures.
Right.
It's a defense large language model.
Right.
So now all language models, large language models, whatever, they, all these tokens, but there's a language model defense logo.
Right.
You know what I mean? That no one ever sees. And that's why, ChatGPT won't let me
Right.
do my stuff. And there's that's why you go to another site, when you want to do your freaky AI that doesn't have
The
language model
guardrails.
shields.
They don't
Guardrails,
have
yeah,
those
exactly.
guardrails.
Guardrails.
That's Civic AI.
Yep.
Grok is that. There's Grok now. There's a few. There's open.
Yeah.
Anything that you hear open source is literally code word for this is what black people should be on. This is what indigenous people should be on. This is what freedom fighters should be on. This is what Afrofuturists should be on. This is what the people should be on. Not just get on open source. You build on open source. Open source is the equivalent to them opening up a state of the art Costco's or Walmart full of technology where they said it's so social and whatnot. We're so socialist that you could go in there and get there and leave. Not only can you leave, you could leave with all of it, and when you get home, you could build on top of it. That's what open source is.
Yep.
Versus closed source, which the majority of the people refuse to get off of, and that's what they're stuck on, more consumerism. Closed source is a private, closed, you'll never see under the engine. You go inside of a huge type of Walmart, of a Kmart mega store. It's filled with all type of tools and technology and state of the art and everything. But every time that you touch it, right? So you pay going in with your information. That was the first big ticket, your data. Then they threw mad cookies on you and trackers on you, and you going through there, and every single thing that you touch, it costs tokens, right? It costs tokens. So you go with a whole bag of tokens, and by the time you walk through half of the store, them tokens is gone. So what does the fiend and you start doing? Hitting that line and what? Yo, wire me 20 bands. Yo, send in the Birkin bag. Yo, bring the Birkin bag with the duffels. Bring the duffels in. They get you because you in the middle of the mall already. You mid project. They got him. Yeah. Whole time it was a complete mega center target. They was open 24 hours. They never need security because there's no such thing as stealing in there, because they're literally telling you come in and take it.
Yep.
And you don't have to be a 501c3. You don't have to have credit cards. You don't have to have good credit. This is not an 800 credit type of thing. This is if you are living next to the dude that's doing the homeless raps for Dr. York, if you somebody that's unhoused, if you somebody that just came home, if you somebody that's unemployed, if you somebody that's just uninterested in being on the plantation and doing that thing, then open source, the word open source should be what you focus on at all times. You should not even be talking about ChatGPT. You should not have no conversations about anything that's paid. That is for a different group of people. I seen dudes saying, "Oh, I want to try this, but it costs too much." Fam, let me show you where to go to make all of these chips rise. So when you come back into the public space to use these public tools, there's nothing wrong with these tools. These tools are effective. These tools do the job. These tools are sometimes even set up to work a little bit easier than the open source tools. Granted, I will come and drop a bag on these people. If you are a melanated person who don't have a problem dropping $30,000 on a damn bag, dropping $2,500 on a book bag, dropping $1,000 on some goddamn tennis shoes, then you need to come over here and drop 1,000 and drop 5 and drop 10. We ain't talking the $100 shit, yo. We not talking the penny pinching $20 shit, yo. We talking about coming in this space
and doing the same thing that you did in that fake luxury space, in that fake ass club where they sold you bottles marked up 300%. You couldn't even leave the shit. You can't leave the establishment with your fucking overpriced beverages. And y'all go for that all day. Your overpriced designer clothes that was made in China for $2. You need to repent for that. Come inside of the AI space and break some bands. But before you do that, go into the open market where the shit is basically for free and build your shit, build your fucking empire, become a true mover and shaker, a true founder, not a flounder, a motherfucking whale. Run up the bag so you can run up the crypto and you can have them pay you in crypto and the shit'll go parabolic and you literally are. It's a blizzard, a firestorm, nigga, and a monsoon at the same damn time. That's how much chips is falling. Y'all not doing it right. It's all mind state at the end of the day. There's nothing else in the way. It is exactly what I said it is. It is mind state over everything. Niggas do not have their minds right. They scared. They petrified. They drowning in cortisol. They sitting around waiting to see you win so they could say, I took a picture with that nigga. No, nigga. It's an open invitation to catch the W right now. We keep telling you this. It's alley-oop after alley-oop. You feel me? And it's nonstop. It's room for every single person to not only eat, but to overconsume.
Yeah, I would say that the reason why you would need closed source, well, not need, but closed source models have the best safety protocols.
Yep.
So they're like, so to get you on a closed source model, how they keep us on ChatGPT, like when Red started, and have people, paying, it's the safety that your card information won't get out, your information won't get out. They put safety on there. Yeah. Because when open source, that's when you see the companies that are comfortable or open sourcing is because that means go ahead and take the code.
Go in and take the code.
Yeah, go ahead and take the code and build on top of it.
Go in and take the code and use the VPN a lot and use the card that don't tie to everything. You feel me? Like you go in and this is Neo. All right, the Matrix opens up and Neo gets a knock on his door, right? But before Neo gets a knock on his door, Neo is literally on what they call the dark web and he's selling something. Okay? He's not browsing the internet. He's on another network and he hears Morpheus's voice and he hears Trinity's voice, but he's literally on the web jugging. If you go back and watch it, he's on the web. It opens up and Mr. Anderson, before he become Neo, Mr. Anderson is jugging, my niggas. Right? And then you said Neo was tapping. And Neo got a knock on his door. He saw the white rabbit, right? He was a dark web trapper. That's exactly what he was. He was a dark web trapper. Imagine how many Bitcoins he had. He get a knock on his door. He go to the club. He sees Trinity for the first time. And it's on and popping. You know? And it's on and popping. And we have a guest in the building and it's really on and popping now because we're about to have this conversation on Techno Tuesday. I'm so glad that that the brother asked earlier about teaching other forms of technology outside of AI, because at episode 30, since we had to cover this vast, this is like the Antarctica, this AI thing is like a new world, but it's the size of that spaceship that they said is coming to the planet in November. Yeah, we're gonna have a party for that. But being that we spent so much time covering that, it's time to cover other things as well. It's connectivity time, right?
It's time to make a connection. It's connect to your city time. It's time to show how all things are going to work for one another. But this one is going to be a gift. This is going to be for everybody in the building. And I really want you to share this episode. This episode is going to be a certified instant classic. This is dedicated to all of my artists out there, my artisans, my musicians, my poets, my writers, my publicists, my filmmakers, my actors, everyone in entertainment, everyone who's seen what happened to the Cold Crush brothers, everybody that cried when you saw what happened to Angie Stone. This is what tonight is dedicated to. You dig what I'm saying? And there's a slew of others that we will mention. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring on the show our good brother. And I told you that y'all going to be seeing more of him. And I'm standing on that, keeping my word. We got our brother, the genius, H Factor in the building. Salute. Peace to the God. I can't hear you. I can't hear you either, Spin.
Am I muted? I'm back.
I was muted. What's up with that, H? Go ahead.
Hold on. We supposed to, you was muted for that reason. So you could get your bomb. My bad. Slow on the trigger.
To this day.
That's the KTL version of permission from the elders to speak. That's like the mixtape when they put a tag on it before they start rapping. Punch me in, Quay. If Metro Boomer don't trust you, I'ma shoot you. Now you start rapping. Introduce yourself to our platform family. They may have never been introduced to H Factor. I'm sure by tonight they're gonna walk away saying, "God damn, that brother cold." But yeah, let them know who you are, my brother.
All right. So family, how are you? H Factor. Let me be short. I'm a former Army officer, West Point grad. I'm an IBM consultant for Watson and Watson X. I'm a nonprofit founder, themerevolution.org, where we focus on science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So ultimate co-founder, man. I have so many different businesses where I'm partnered with some amazing co-founders, some amazing partners like KTL Plus, which is our music distribution platform. That's where you see us on Connect to Your City. We are on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, and online in over 200 countries. So we are the digital plug. If you're trying to be seen, if you're trying to get your music heard, if you're trying to get your podcast out without being shadow banned, without being, kind of restricted, that's what we're here for. We're here to help our teams get the exposure that they need. So for the purpose of tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about getting dressed for the party. Because our biggest issue is there's too many people that we can't work with because they're not dressed for the party, because they won't get royalties if we work with them. Our goal is to get a majority of our community at least one royalty check. There's too many of us who've never gotten a royalty check, not a single one. So that should not exist in this current digital world that we live in, where we're creating all this content. We're syncing all these songs with our videos. We're creating new content every day. We're podcasting for hours at a time. We're doing 24-hour live streams. Those should come with a check, right? That should come with a check. So we're here to correct that. There's a great correction
To this day.
And we're here
To this day.
to go ahead and set the hook and make sure that the correction can happen. So,
Indeed, my brother. Indeed.
So that's what we're getting into tonight, right?
This is a topic that I'm sure many people have been waiting their whole career, their whole lifetime, and their whole existence for this. Now, I want to be frank and I want to preface this conversation and I want to explain the importance of this conversation. And while doing such, I also want to put out a public challenge, not because I'm, looking for some type of trouble and whatnot, only because I'm almost convicted in my conviction that this conversation has never been heard in our community amongst both professionals, right? Professionals, college graduates, right? Executives, or talent. And when I say talent, it goes across the entire spectrum of people who we call talent. That would be athletes, that would be actors, musicians, anybody who we see as talent. In the span of 50 years has never shared this information that you are about to hear tonight. I just have to create the I have to set the table and I have to put it into context because somebody might just breeze by and think that they're hearing information that is what is known as saturated on the internet.
Yeah.
But this is not a saturation, ladies and gentlemen. This brother, the game is to be sold. The brother, it costs thousands of dollars to talk to him. You understand? And all he does is talk to clients and B2B and whatnot on a daily basis and collect his bread. But because we are indebted to fixing whatever is wrong in our community, and we all decided and we declared after Angie Stone.
Yeah.
She was the hair that broke this camel's, the last one. She was the one. She's the catalyst to what you're about to see. Absolutely. So I'm not even going to talk you out of death. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our good brother H Factor. The floor is yours.
Cool. So, like I said earlier, the biggest issue with our participation in music is that we're not getting royalties, right? We're not getting royalties. And there's very few people that we know that are getting royalty checks in the mail. And when they do get them, they're normally way smaller than they're supposed to be. And they don't come instantaneously. They come periodically. Call that every quarter or 6 months, sometimes a year, And so the whole music royalty game has been given to us 1 penny at a time, less than a penny, right? So if there's $1 being made, our portion is on the penny, right? On the brown coin. That's our portion of the revenue that's being made in music. And that was the reason why Prince was mad. That's the reason why Michael Jackson was going through his issues. See, but Michael was fixing it because he bought up half of Sony's catalog. And that's a large part of the culture in the music industry. They'll buy your catalog. Madonna bought Montel Jordan's catalog after he took her down as number 1 on the charts with his "This Is How You Do It" song. This is how we do it. And she went and bought his catalog, right? So that when he confronted her and said, "Hey, didn't my son take your song down?" And she was like, "Don't I own you?" Right? Somebody else has heard that before. Don't I own you? Like literally. To this day. She asked to this day. Don't I own you? So when you put your heart and soul on these records and you do not own your masters, when you put your heart and soul on these records and you're not dressed for the party, your music gets put in this reserve account called the black box, right? And in that black box, all of your money gets tied up for a minimum of 2 years. And then after 2 years, then it belongs to the distribution companies, the top distribution companies. They all split it, whether that's 5 ways, 6 ways, 7 ways. Just know that however many ways they split it, you're not in it. So, and after 2 years, you can't go get your money back. So with that said, when you think about somebody like Angie Stone, who had been performing for 4 decades and still was looking for her royalties, still was feeling like there was a piece of that whole promise that was not given to her. And when you understand how these contracts work, we have to make a correction. This is more important, in my opinion, than reparations. This is the conversation that we should be having above and beyond begging for anything. This is about taking what we've already created, taking our greatest asset, which is our creative capacity, and turning it back to us. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to talk about this solution that we created, and it's called musicblackbox.net. So this is a free website. Y'all should go to it, visit it, learn it. But I'm going to go through the why, so that we can really understand what we're doing here. And some of this stuff you can do on your own, but we're here so that those who won't do this on their own, they can connect with us. And I consult with record labels all the time now on getting what I call dress for the party. So what is the black box in music? In the music industry, the black box royalties are unattributed earnings that artists never receive. And our platform aims to use blockchain technology to identify, track, and collect these missing royalties, ensuring that you get paid for every stream, every play, and every use of your music. Okay? So the black box is where your royalties go to die. All right? Let's say that again. This is where your royalties go to die. To you, they'll be dead because you will not see any of it. And here's the issue. Incomplete or incorrect metadata, right? Missing ISRC codes. Rights holder information has gaps in it. Complex licensing chains and platform data inconsistencies. All of these things contribute to music going into the black box. And the real impact is 2.5 billion a year of annually unclaimed royalties. All right. Independent artists are hit the hardest. Small labels lack the resources to properly keep up with this stuff. And so you'll have an artist working for a label that thinks that they're covered, but their label is not properly tracking their royalties, and so they're not getting paid. Legacy recordings are affected by this, and global rights has a lot of complexity to it. You know, now that we're on the internet, your music can be listened to in the UK, it can be listened to in India, it can be listened to in South America. And when it is, you have to be properly registered to be able to collect on those royalties. So our job is to make sure that we are in position to know how to collect. All right. So what we do is, I'll click over here to this blockchain. I've already set this up to be built to connect with blockchain. Right now, it can connect to our Hive wallets. I built this one on Hive, so you can see here when I clicked into my connect to the Hive wallet, it opened up all of this stuff here, right? This is where we go to school. This literally tells you everything you need to do in order to ensure that your music is properly registered. And then once it's done, we save that on the blockchain so that you have a permanent record of this information here. So let's go through what one properly registered asset would look like. You need a title, a description describing your music. What kind of genre is it? You name it. You have your master file. Then we get into the basic rights information. Every song needs copyright, publishing rights, who's your publisher, you know, your IPI number, your record label, and which territories are you registering these rights for? Because every territory has different rights registry information. Here's your industry identifiers. You need your ISRC codes, right? You need your ISWC codes. You need your IPI numbers, whether that's an ASCAP, CSAC, BMI, or Harry Fox, which is now the MFC instead of Harry Fox. Then we get into royalty rights, how you want your royalties split up. So you can have a preset mechanical royalty rate, or you get the default, whatever they give you. So the mechanical royalty rate, I think right now is 0.008 cents. 0.008 is what you get paid per stream. Okay? 0.008. Right? So 1 million streams should pay out $8,000. Okay? Your performance royalties and your sync rights, right? That's where you put your different sync rights information. Okay? Now let's get into the rights holders. I want to say something about our studio habits. Whenever we're in the studio making music, if you don't have an IPI number, if you're not properly dressed for the party, you should not be in the studio, because the studio should have what's called a split sheet, and the split sheet should have everybody that's a participant in that music. It should have their name, their role, what percentage of the song they're going to get, who's their PRO, right? And any contact information for them, right? Their email address or whatever, right? And that's whether they are the songwriter, the publisher, the performer, or the producer. They need to be on the split sheet. When you have music that doesn't have a split sheet, that is music that will not get a royalty. Okay? So split sheets are very important. We should not be in the studio without split sheets. If you are in the studio with Red Pill and you're not on the split sheet, you're not in the studio with Red Pill. You're standing outside the studio waiting on Red Pill to come out. You see what I'm saying? That's the new reality, because only money is being made in the studio when you're doing it the right way. Okay? So that's what we built this for, to teach and to show us how do we, because once you got this stuff right, now you have a royalty generating asset. And in blockchain, we can do things called smart contracts, right? Where we can set up, you know, I've even got some contract templates that are already built where we can go in and identify how we want these contracts to look, right? I've already got code written where you can deploy these contracts. You can copy the code and deploy a contract that shows all of this in code, because code is the new lawyer. Code is the new pharmacist. Code is the new teacher, like Spin said. Code can be your best friend because code can track things that a human is very bad at tracking. So sync licensing, standard synchronization licenses for music that's in film, TV, and advertising. Okay, let's talk about that. Everybody has a favorite commercial, But don't you know that the jingle in your favorite commercial is making somebody money, right? Anybody heard of 411 Main, right? What about Top Dog Lawyer in Atlanta? Anybody heard Top Dog Lawyer?
Boy, we hear Top Dog, the big dog.
See what I'm
Witness
saying?
that, boy. Yeah, we hear that in the Bay.
In every city, there's somebody that is using the commercials on the radio to generate royalties. And they're not lawyers. They are advertising agencies. They are forwarding those referrals to real lawyers. Their whole money is in getting the royalties from those commercials playing. Okay? So understanding how that game works, understanding how royalties work when you have millions and millions of listeners is critical to your satisfaction with your music career. Because I talked about this before, but Merv Griffin made over $80 million in royalties from the Jeopardy theme song. Okay? You know, the little doo 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 doo. 80 million to the old man who was really never on Jeopardy. It took him 1 minute to write it. But because he was dressed for the party, he got over 80 million in royalties. So that's what we're really talking about here. We're talking about how do we get dressed for the party so that we can be on that 80 million train, right? So with this system, once you get all dressed for the party, everything's done. It gets saved on the blockchain, and then you can generate a QR code that will allow you to be able to see all of your rights information in one place. And that's the stuff that you need if your music is ever in the black box. You're going to need the ability to prove that it was your music, right? And that's what this is really all about. So helping, let me show you another way. I go here to teach. This Audius platform is another example platform. Audius is a blockchain-based music rights management platform. So I integrated with them so that, you know, it's all about platforms. So they've got music that you can upload that's being tracked in the blockchain. But most importantly, I use this to teach. And again, going back to key rights concepts, understanding copyrights, publishing rights, master's rights, mechanical royalties, performance royalties, and sync rights, right? So copyrights, we all know every song that you make, it needs to be copyrighted. I think it costs about $60 to get your copyrights, right? Your publishing rights are the rights to your musical composition. You're talking about the production and the lyrics, right? The writing and the production, they pay publishing rights. Master's rights, that's the final master copy. Who typically has that in today's world? Your engineer, right? That's the person whose computer the song is being made on. That's who has the master copy. Typically, how the record labels take ownership of that is they pay for the studio time. Whoever pays for the studio time hired the engineer, and that's who's going to get the master copy. So owning your masters gives you a 25% share of everything. And remember, I was telling you about 0.008, right? So how are you going to compare a quarter to 0.008? I'll tell you how it compares. It compares it's not a comparison, right? So if somebody's taking a quarter off of every dollar and you're getting 0.008, that's just not enough to feel gratified. Yet we do it all the time. We've been doing it for decades, and that's been our portion of the value that we're creating. All right. Mechanical royalties, that's payments for physical or digital reproduction of music. When Spotify sends a copy of a song to your phone, that is considered a download. That's a digital reproduction of your music. And that is why a payment is made, because technically we don't have records and albums anymore. We've got streams, but that phone is receiving a copy of that music. So that's a digital reproduction. Okay. Performance royalties, that's for public performances, like when Kendrick Lamar performed at the Super Bowl. This is why the Super Bowl doesn't pay artists, because the Super Bowl is putting you in front of hundreds of millions of viewers. Now multiply 0.008 times 100 million, right? And that's how much money was being generated from singing just one song during the Super Bowl. Just one song. How many songs played, if you think of the commercials, the jingles, all of that is royalty generating. So that's why people pay $1 million, $5 million for a 30-second commercial in the Super Bowl, because they're going to get most of that back the same night just through royalties. Okay. Sync rights. This is permission to use music in visual media, films, ads, podcasts, television shows, movies. So Ryan Coogler, the reason why he was so generous and giving up a large percentage of the ownership of his film to get the distribution was because, think about it, that film was one big musical where he owned all of the writing, the composition, the recording. So he's getting royalties every time we play those songs, every time we take those songs and Instagram post, every time we put them in our Twitter posts. Ryan Coogler, who's the writer and the owner of those songs, is still getting paid. Okay? So every time when we get dressed for the party and you hear "Pay Me in Crypto," right? And you're going to take that song on your Instagram and you're going to tag it in your videos. And now when you go out and get another 50,000 views, somebody just got 50,000 streams. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you help artists, by syncing their music into your post. And now they have platforms like WAP, where artists are putting bounties and challenges out there so that you can do that, right? So that you can sync their music in your posts. Let's talk about rights management organizations. This is the game that the game doesn't give. I'm giving it right now, right? Because you can search YouTube for hundreds of hours and you're not going to get half of the stuff I talked about tonight. So you got to know about your PROs. You got to know about ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, right? And then your international PROs, because your music's going to stream in the UK, so you need PRS. It's going to stream in Canada, so you need SOCAN. It's going to stream in France, so you need SACSIM. See what I'm saying? Your mechanical royalties, that's separate. That's Harry Fox Agency, which is now the MLC. Music Reports, they handle mechanical royalties. Okay. So when you are doing music work with someone and they're not asking you for your ASCAP or your BMI or your CSAC, run. Because I can tell you now, you're about to get screwed. Your music is either going to go in the black box, or they're going to fill their information in those slots, right? Case in point, when you upload music to YouTube, if you don't put your rights management in there, YouTube automatically puts theirs in there, right? And that's why they're collecting so much of our royalties and they're making so much money from, and that's why they let us put that stuff up there for free distribution. Why? Because they're collecting all those royalties. And this talks about what blockchain is going to do to change all of that. So blockchain is transforming music rights by creating immutable records of ownership, right? I don't know how many of you guys remember the Great Fire that burned down most of the masters. Most of the physical masters went down in a huge fire back. What year was that, Red? It was the birth of the streaming platforms. It was a huge fire in California that burned
2008,
down. 2008.
The biggest,
burned down most of the physical masters.
Yes.
I will tell you today that fire was not an accident
at all.
That not fire started streaming.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So
streaming was
blockchain
born out of
is going to enable smart contracts for automated royalty payments. What does that do? As soon as the stream happens, the pay happens. See what I'm saying? And the splits happen automatically, correctly. No more paymaster. No more having to have lawyers to serve as paymasters to ensure that you got what you were supposed to get. It's instantaneous, okay? Blockchain is going to allow us to provide transparent tracking of music usage. It's going to allow us to reduce disputes through verifiable timestamps and transactions, and it's going to eliminate intermediaries in the royalty collection and distribution process, right? Our current process is full of intermediaries. And every time you add an intermediary, that's less money going to the creative. So
.0000.
So this is what this platform is all about, teaching us these things. I go deeper. I got to learn more tab. Here's where you can go and see all your identification codes that you need. Your ISRC, that's a unique identifier for the sound recording. Your ISWC, that's a unique identifier for your composition, right? Your IPI, that's your music social security number, okay? UPC codes, that's if you're doing physical records, physical albums, which we're getting back to that. You're starting to see the 44 tops CDs, right? They need UPC codes so that you can track, the sales and stores and things of that nature. And this is the metadata here. This is what every song has to have correctly, or their music is going in the black box, right? Their royalties are going to black box if every song doesn't have all of this stuff correct. So I'm giving you the cheat sheet right here. If you don't have title, alternative titles, right? Like remix, you have to put remix on it. If you don't have your split sheet with your composer, your lyricist, your producer, your publisher, if you don't have your credits right, these are all things that are going to get your stuff put in the black box.
You got an echo.
I do. Where is that coming from?
I think it'd be red. I was echoing earlier, and I'm echoing now.
So this tab here, this audience integration tab, is really a teaching tab for you guys to be able to go and learn. And then it walks you through from track submission through royalty payout. It walks you through. Submit your track, register your metadata, save it on a blockchain, right? Royalties start accumulating. It goes right to your wallet. And it's got some frequently asked questions. How do I receive my royalties? So I want y'all to go through this. We built this for you so that you guys won't be Angie Stone 20 years from now, right? You won't be Eddie Levert Jr., 70-year-old Zoe on the stage gyrating because you haven't got your royalties. you're going to have more of a Merv Griffin experience than an Angie Stone experience. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to my sister, because she was the last Stone. Without her, I wouldn't have done this, right? I even let you walk through creating metadata so that you can know, you can go ahead and register your music and have it on a blockchain right here. So you could put it all in, and when you hit that save, boom, it gets saved to the blockchain, right? So this is all about you. This is not about me. This build out is about y'all. What else do we have in here once people are dressed for the party? Let's go back. We've got, I've stolen the entire Grammy Awards process, and we're creating our own awards, right? And the token holders, the people that are getting dressed for the party and got music in the system, they're going to be the voters, right? And all of this is coming soon, where we'll have nominees for Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Best New Artist, right? Damn the Grammys. I'm over it. Damn every award they've ever made. I'm over it. Damn the Oscars, damn the Grammys, damn the Emmys. It's time for us to have our own gratification, to pat our own selves on the back. I'm more interested in the conscious creator award with Billy Carson.
Creator Award, right? Right.
I'm more interested in that than I am in a Grammy, right?
The KTL Plus Awards.
The KTL Plus Awards, the Connect to Your
KTL All
City
Star,
Awards.
the Connect to Your City Awards. Because the first domino that fell was BT. So every domino needs to fall right after that. Let's not stop with BT. That's the first domino. That was the ancestors' work. They kicked that down.
Yeah,
so all of them will fall, and we will build our own award shows. It is time for us to reward, award, and value in valuations. Your network is your net worth. So everybody needs to be like how a brand is valuated, or a startup. Everybody is a startup at this point, especially if you get dressed for the party. You're a startup.
So I've got a white paper in here for you guys to be able to read and really understand how the ecosystem is going to work. This is about the future of our music, not our current state. Right. So just know that this is all being built, right? It's not done. But we got a plan, right? We got a plan.
That's right.
So, and we built this because, again, KTL Plus, Connect to Your City, we are music distribution specialists. But we can't distribute your music if you aren't dressed for the party.
Can't do it.
Right? You can't get in if you're dressed like a thug. So you get dressed for the party. Now we start distributing your stuff over Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, and online in over 200 countries. Guess what starts happening? Royalties, y'all. Not from me. From AT&T. Right?
For them people, them people gonna pay you. Them
digital
people them pay
providers
pay digital service. They all of them. It don't matter who they are. They paying. Understand
digital service providers pay the royalties. Right? Because why? You pay for data on these phones. So if I download 1 million songs, that all that data got downloaded, that's coming out of my data plan, right? So that's the beginning of the royalty. It's the listener that's paying their phone bill, that's paying their internet bill. That's who originates the royalty. So your view is currency. I want to say that again for the people in the back of the church. Your view is currency. Because when you view a video, somebody is making money, right? Even if it's so when you decide to now share that song.
Liar Cohen famously
famously said on the Breakfast Club, right, that the new business model is that you pay with your eyeballs.
You do.
That's what he said on the Breakfast Club. He said that you'll pay with your eyeballs. We don't need your money. We don't need the cash with the music anymore. Just keep watching.
Look at us on Yappit. We're paying people to hit like. We're paying people to comment.
Let's do this real quick, my brother. Let's go to Yappit.
Okay.
And then let's travel over to Connect to Your City, because we have to set up the owner of Connect to Your City coming on the next show, but the owner of Yappit as well on the show after that.
I'm gonna pull up Yappit.
Yes, sir.
So Yappit is our social monetization app. We went through this before, right? This is
not on Techno Tuesdays.
This is where we put our money where our mouth is. Okay? Because everything you do on here, you get paid for. Every like, every comment. I'm looking for one that I haven't already. Okay, I'm gonna like this, brothers. See that? And then I'm gonna comment. Nice necklace.
Yes.
And I'm gonna show you where. Go to my rewards. I'm gonna show you where I was just rewarded for that. Boom. Two points for the like and 3 points for the comment. That's 5 points. 1,000 points is $1. Right? 1,000 points is $1.
To this day.
Get this though. You see these points? When you spend points, you pay no transaction fee. When you spend points, you pay no transaction fee. I want to show you another. Let's go here to this hub. So I want to see all the music that's out there. All right. I'm putting a challenge out here. I'm buying 5 songs a day. Okay. So I need y'all to be dropping music on here. Right? Like this brother right here, Tavares. Y'all about to see it. I'm about to buy his song right now. Look at that. He put it for 25 cents. Good looking out. I'm going to download. This brother's got to make more than 25 cents. I'm going to download it. So I'm checking out. I'm paying with my points. 990 points. You see that? Hit pay now. Point field must be greater than 1,000. Oh, that's not enough for that. Let me do it. I want one that's more than that. I want to be able to. You got to be at least $1 to use your reward points. So I'll come back to him. Boom. Boom. Right here. This guy. You're up. Mars Audio. Boom. I'm about to check out. Boom. Boom. I'm paying with my points. Boom. Pay now. See that? Now I have that music. Now I can listen to it. So.
And the artist just got some money. Just for you doing that right there on Yappit.
And he got paid 100%. Let me show you. Not 0.008. He got paid 100%. Let me show you. I'm gonna go to my wallet. I'm gonna go to account history. Boom. You see that $1 out? I didn't pay any transaction fee. You see that? Normally there's a transaction fee, but because I use points, no transaction fee. And I guarantee you that artist got a whole $1. Where do they do that at? Please explain me anywhere that you've seen that, so I can go join that.
Social monetization, ladies and gentlemen. Social monetization. You heard it here first. The future. Social monetization. You are now entering into the future. We are here. We have arrived. This is how we create generational wealth
by spending our time in the attention economy, right?
Yep.
And this is but this is a completely upgrade to what you've ever seen.
So
And
now
it's the most conscious app on the internet.
every artist has merch, right? Let's go back to the pillars. They got merch. 44 Tops has shirts, right? So now they'll have a shop here where all of their products will be. And here's what I can do. Say I like this. This is Winter. I like her pieces. I like these copper pieces, so I want to promote it. So I can come right here. That echo is killing me. Boom. I can come in here. Is it going in?
Could y'all drop the Yappit app publicly, please?
The Yappit app. Oh yeah.
Can we get the link?
I'm gonna do this, but Red is gonna show his too. Everybody has a referral code in here, and when you refer somebody, you get 100 points. Right? Here's my history. Y'all see, I've been busy out here. Right? This is my referral history. Philip Moreland. Y'all see him? I'm not done. Page 2. This is what y'all's referral history should be looking like. Because right now, Yappit is the most conscious app that exists. There's not an app out there that has mostly all conscious community content, right? You're not seeing no twerking. You're not seeing no drama, no fighting. All you're seeing is conscious content from our community. That makes this the most conscious app that exists currently, right? Lionsgate. Look at us. This is us, y'all. This ain't nobody else. This is us. We got an app that's just us. Let's keep it that way. And we're getting paid to post. We're getting paid to support each other. We're able to put our business, we'll put our music, put our videos. What? Right? You can put videos for sale. Let's say you had a video, right? That a world premiere music video. Put it up for sale, right? Let's say you had an ebook or a course, or we're taking certain clips from Spin City doing a class from a couple weeks ago, and now he's ready to monetize that class a different way for the masses. He could put it here and put a price on it. And now people can make a decision. If they want it, buy it.
The whole marathon.
The whole marathon.
The 24.
12-hour marathon. We could put
the whole 24 on Yappit.
24-hour marathon.
That part.
So this is where your archives can go to live and have a second economic life. But at a minimum, this is where you go to allow the community to become your record label. What do I mean by that? Record labels invest in music. That's their role, is to invest in music. And when you put your music out there and the community is buying it $1 at a time, they are serving as your record label. See what I'm saying? So, because if 1,000 people decide to do what I did tonight, that brother's gonna wake up with $1,000 in his wallet.
Right.
Tomorrow. Now, how many streams would he have to get to make $1,000? More than 1,000. I tell you that. It might be closer to like 500,000 or something. You know? So we now, our community becomes your #1 investor in your music. If we're rocking with you, we're gonna buy your stuff. And I'm telling you right now, I've already loaded my wallet with enough points to be able to support. I'm ready to support. I'm out here looking.
And that just comes from clicking on and commenting on pictures and clicking on commenting on pictures on a predominantly conscious app.
And you can also load your money in here. You can load from your bank account. You can load from your credit card, and you can exit to your bank account, and you can exit to your credit card.
And what about the crypto component? And what about the Web3 component?
I'll go back. Go back in for a second.
Yeah.
Screen.
In case they didn't see that part.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been telling you about the Everything app. I've been telling you about the Everything app. And now we are seeing we're seeing it in real time. We are seeing it in real time. This is the Bugatti engine that I was. Okay, yes.
Crypto exchange. Soon we'll be able to buy crypto on here, right?
Yes.
Kidding me?
Crypto.
Right? Kidding me?
Pay me in crypto.
Soon, boom, you get a virtual card. Boom. I don't want y'all out there buying shit with my virtual card. You can send money to your bank. You can exit money out, right?
Right.
Send it to your card, send it to your bank, or we can pay each other. Right? We can create a QR code that says, hey, let's split this payment, send me $20. Boom, they can pay you right through Yappit. And just remember, when you pay with reward points, you don't pay a transaction fee. So that's what your activity on here is earning you money that comes with no fee. Your reward points are money that you can spend and not pay a fee. So this platform is very generous to us. Very generous. What else on here? Oh, you can get you get your own virtual card. I showed y'all the virtual card. I don't want to show it because it's live. And Alvin's gonna have to switch mine up. What else? Oh, we have let me show y'all one more thing. We have our own Eventbrite.
Yes, the own
event. So I want to show y'all the events. You get 20 points for loading events in here. So go into your local Eventbrite and just rip down events and post them up here just so that we can see what's going on in the city.
That part.
You know? But if you got events, why are you putting your stuff on Eventbrite when we got this? We got this. You can even charge. Look, get tickets. I can go in here and buy this person's ticket right through here. So we have the ability to do 100% remittance. This is allowing us to have our own digital nation. When money comes in, money stays in. This is how you get money rotating through our country.
Say that again. Say that.
So when you bring money in here, it stays in here. What do we mean by that? I'm only shopping with the community in here. Ain't no Target in here. Ain't no Walmart in here. It's just us. It's just our businesses. These are all people that we know. Every single shop in here is people that we know. Let me show you. Let's go through these shops. Why don't we?
This is crazy, yo.
I want to go through these shops to show y'all who's in this community.
This is insane.
V Plus, that's the owner of Yappit. We have the energy drinks, right? I want to see them all. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's a question, Corey.
What's that question?
Is this ready for download yet? Is
it's ready.
Is a bird
We're
flying?
We're not talking about what's
Is a fish swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the 24-hour live on Yappit along with Twitch, along with YouTube, along with, you know what I mean?
Look, this is New Diamond. That's her shop. Artifacts of New, that's Winter. right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all somebody else. You know, Blue Dream, Cosmic Dust. Y'all know Blue
Yeah.
Dream.
That's Blue Pillar and Blue Dream.
C&D Strategies. That's me, right? I got my wastewater management product out here. Let me show y'all. Boom. I got my wastewater management project here. We'll have a different class about that.
Yeah, family was asking a lot about that when you first brought it up. There was a lot of feedback about that.
We will be back to that because that's all the rave right now with the opportunity zone.
Okay.
So what I want is more of y'all's shops in here, right? Because
yes. Come on, family.
I
Let's
want
go.
to be able to buy stuff with all these rewards I'm earning. See what I'm saying? And this is us, y'all.
Wait a minute.
And created by us.
Are there rooms or are there settings where we can have world premieres?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think it's
we
really
could
all in
premiere
our
film.
It's all in our rollout strategy. Absolutely. We're gonna push our films on Connect to Your City.
Right.
But the QR codes that show on Connect to Your City are gonna lead people right to Yappit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So the commercials that will be playing on Connect to Your City will lead to the businesses that are in Yappit.
Beautiful.
And that's what I mean by the closed loop system.
Right.
We have what I call a digital nation. Because we have a closed loop system, because we're able to encapsulate our money, right?
Right.
Like when people in certain communities say, you see this dollar, you're never gonna see this dollar. Why? Because I only spend it with my people, right?
Right.
That's what we have, but with our digital money. And look how generous Yappit is being. Your first dollar is not coming from you, it's coming from Yappit. When you go out here, you should be able to generate 1,000 points a day. That's $1 a day. That's $30 a month. What can you do with $30 a month? You can subscribe to a channel. You can support my music. You can support videos.
You could buy pay us in crypto.
Product.
Right.
You could buy some crypto. You know, and that's just from liking and commenting and sharing and posting and doing what you already do for free on the other platforms.
Lord have mercy.
So we're just in a space where enough is enough.
Yeah, it's over.
The breaking point is already broke. And now we're not talking about stuff that's coming. I'm showing you things that are live.
Right.
I'm showing you. Let's go to Red Pill's page. He asked me to go to his. My bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, click on this link. Screenshot this. I should put up my QR code so you can scan it with your camera.
You should. Because I want your referrals to look like your community. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Which means gone are the days of me rallying for following on Instagrams and that's cool. Whatever the followings are, that's great. This is not a following. This is a nation. This is not a following. This is a cheat code. This is not a following. This is Botswana.
That's right.
Where the bots are. You know, this is not Botswana because the internet with the dead internet theory, that's Botswana where the bots are. That's a bunch of invisible people. These are real people over here on Yappit. So you get to yap your thing. You get to, you know, when you said people say you yap in your mouth or they was yapping, you get to yap it. No, you get to yap it. Yap that fool. There's wealth to be grabbed. How many millions and billions did we leave on the table?
Exactly.
All of these years, giving these people all of our data, all of our energy, all of our intellectual property, and we got peanuts and cents. Them days are over, y'all. Take the mute off of that, please. Let's listen to
I am.
You niggas invest on, you stay up at death, dog. You niggas stay up and get hard your way up and rest on. You say what the heck's sauce. Let me play up your steps out. Like the gay up in Cisco. Like take the J up and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play up.
Thank you. So, guess what?
Yes.
Streams on Yappit report to the PROs. So these are monetizing streams.
That's right.
Did you hear what I said?
Please say it again.
The streams in Yappit report to the PROs. So these are monetizing streams. We got Yappit music coming soon, right?
Yes.
You're going to be able to, where we'll have all of our artists uploading their catalogs, and we'll have a whole music situation attached to this.
Right.
Okay? Everything in here is built on top of a stable coin. Liquid cash is our stable coin. Let me show you what I mean. This is my wallet. Y'all remember I had a cash balance right here?
Right.
This is in what we call liquid cash. It is a stable coin that automatically converts internationally. So if I go to Nigeria, it automatically converts into Naira. If I go to the UK, it automatically converts into pound. If I go to Mexico, it automatically converts into pesos. I don't have to go exchange my money. I can just spend it, right? I can load with PayPal. I can load with crypto. I can load with the bank. I can load with a card. Bro, this is the most comprehensive financial system that we have ever had in our community.
Activities right here. Activities, man. Activities. Yo, that's crazy. So check this out. So you mean to tell me that the gods could literally go on a global tour, right? I could leave my house with 0 credits on my Yappit and just hit the road. Me and Spin could go on a 10 city
That's right.
global tour.
That's right.
And all we doing every day is putting mad footage up on Yappit, merch on Yappit, new plugins on Yappit, automations on Yappit, books on Yappit,
Courses.
artwork, courses on Yappit.
Absolutely.
The people that we meet along the way, you know, we're quantum, so we're putting together courses with them in one day, books with them in one day, mini movies with them in one day, content with them, you know, anytime that we spend, meaning that our flights, our lodge, our eating, everything is like per diem. You know, when you go on tour, that's covered.
Yep.
So when the gods go on tour, doing what we do, raising the frequency, spreading this, because this is something that we got to go to 4 corners with, even to the slums of Africa. We could go to the shanty towns, anywhere where they say that poverty exists, like favelas and whatnot. How does poverty exist when y'all got a voice? How does poverty exist when y'all sing songs? How does poverty exist? Because music is the #1 generator of quote unquote currency or energy, or what you may call royalties. There's nothing higher than the music, fam.
That's right.
And that's something that we are the mothers and fathers of that. Go ahead.
And the more you post, the more you give the community opportunity to make bread. Right? So I have a responsibility for you to wake up and be able to click on a video, like and share, like and comment, right? Get them 5 points. Click on a picture, like and comment, get them 4 points. Look at an event that I posted. You know what I mean? Like all these things is, if everybody in the community did their job every day, we would have plenty of stuff to go get paid from, and we could easily make that 1,000 points a day. Right.
So now the aspect of paying it forward is that burden is lifted off of so many shoulders, right? Because there's people who are living in guilt because they're like, damn, I want to support the twins, I want to support KTL, I want to support the gods, I want to support the brothers for what they've done throughout my life and whatnot and my journey, but I don't have it like that. Or I got to spend every single thing on all of the people that I'm taking care of, or on, you know, just maintaining and surviving on past lives pyramid. Well, guess what? Check this out. This is my
until we meet in the flesh. Because I tell people we haven't never met until we literally meet in the flesh. You know what I mean? But until we meet in the flesh, the best way that you could pay it forward and whatnot and keep it P is that you could go on Yappit, not on Facebook, not on YouTube. Those are only commercials. Those are only telling you to come to Yappit or to come to Twitch. Actually, I want y'all to go to my Twitch page while we're at it and whatnot. I'm gonna drop.
Let me show you what else I could do, Red.
Yes.
You see this right here?
Yes.
If I hit this button right here, what does that say? Donate to support, right?
That's right.
There, this is where I can tip points.
That's right. Woo, you can
say, hey, it's a minimum of 100 points. That's 10 cents. I can tip you a minimum of 10 cents. Right now,
you a legend.
Boom. Boom. Tip $1. See what I'm saying? So those points are money.
All money.
They're money.
All money.
If you want to support, but go out and make the money to support with. Because we're going to make sure that y'all can get it so that you can subscribe to Spin City's course, so that you can, participate in this and that, so that you can buy that consulting, so that you can be able to buy that song and support.
This is the way to do it, right? Yeah, this is the easiest. This is the most frictionless. This is the most state of the art. This is the most solution based. This is the most quote unquote conscious, right? This is the most non-denominational.
That's right.
This is the most easiest decision that you would ever. This is the most international
marathon.
This is the most global. This is the most no-brainer.
On the Lionsgate, we affirm,
right? This is the most. This is the most no-brainer. Right? That's what this whole marathon was about. That's what this whole 24-hour thing was about. Introducing the world to the Yappit channel, using YouTube as a quote-unquote funnel and whatnot, using YouTube as an interface, as a streaming interface to show people, look, I'm on YouTube, but I'm really on Yappit. I'm really on Twitch. I'm really starting my streaming career. I'm really going 24 hours on these people's platform. I really got an email the other day where they monetized my Twitch page. They really asked me to start doing business on Twitch. They want to put money in my pocket. I really spoke to the owner of Yappit, and he's from St. Thomas, which is the Virgin Islands, and he was tapped into everything that me and Blue was doing before we even knew about this. But now that we know, this is our home. This is our home, right? The relationship is equity based. So we're gonna build this up. We're known. Me and Blue Pill have been known throughout the ages to build up these apps. We've been one of the we are some of the earlier adopters to MySpace. Yep. We pushed MySpace like we had like we were the twins, the ones that got jerked by Zuckerberg. We pushed Instagram. We literally popped YouTube off with the whole Harlem with the HOK run and with that era that YouTube should literally come and give us stock ticks. We should get certificates and I'm ready to with a fam. Where's the AI agent that could write up the petition?
Oh yeah,
somebody build that, because it's time to tell Google, Alphabet, and all of these people send Red and Blue stock certificates. Yep. I need a folder of them. Pay us in crypto. You know what I'm talking about? Pay us in crypto, because we literally were doing free advertising. They $1 trillion off of ads and marketing and stuff. Yeah.
And get this. How many meetings have you ever had with Mark Zuckerberg? Right?
Not one.
Okay. How many meetings have you had with the founder and owner of Yappit?
One.
There you go. That's the difference.
That's the difference.
That's the difference. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
When we say, hey, this ain't working, we get response immediately. Right?
Right.
When we say, hey, we're getting ready to do this and we want y'all to support, Y'all gonna see Yappit y'all gonna see us at Invest Fest, right?
Yep.
And we're working on equity plays. The equity is right now influencers. We're bringing in the influencers to get in the influencer program so that y'all can start earning equity opportunities through this platform. Okay? This is us, y'all. It's up for Twitter. It's up for Facebook. It's up for Instagram. If you're not
Oh,
here
it's
first, what are we doing?
right. And you more than likely will see them adopt this model in so many ways, especially when the word gets out, when they begin to see the quote unquote growth and the explosion of this app inside of the app store. Now, the top 4 apps in the app store right now, out of the 4 top apps in the global app store, one of them is the tea app where they spill the tea against men, and the other one is the spill tea on her app where they spilling tea against the women, right? So these are the top 2 apps in the world, and I believe the other one is ChatGPT, right? Because everybody wants answers. So both of those apps are giving people the answers. They're getting the insight. They're getting the secret source. They're getting data that is not available to the public. They're getting rich data that is not available to the public. And the data is so rich because it has information and certain type of targets and whatnot, or target ads that is attached to the data. They're telling you who to avoid. They're telling you secrets about niggas, right? And you won't know that on Instagram. You only see somebody picture, but you don't see nothing private about them, and you don't see nothing secret about them. But these apps where you could become anonymous, that's where the secrets live. On the dark web, where it is quote unquote, let me explain to you the size of the dark web so you could put it into context, just in case I'm not going to assume that we know this, right? I want you to picture an iceberg. Utilize an iceberg in your imagination, right? Let's just go with the with the Titanic iceberg, right? The tip of that iceberg is what took down the Titanic ship. But underneath the quote unquote body of water and whatnot, that iceberg was the size, I would call it 100x of the tip. Okay? Exactly. The reason why something of a Titanic of such engineering marvel and whatnot will literally get split in half is because the force of that iceberg is very vast, very powerful and dense. The surface internet, what you know as the open internet, is the same thing of that tip of the iceberg that is outside of the water. Everything under that is considered to be the dark web. And the dark web is not uninhabited the same way the subterranean world is not. The same way that caves and other things in the mycelium network is not, right? You can't fool yourself and think that you're sitting on top of air and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Don't ever fool yourself and think that wherever you exist on top of is not a quote unquote data center of all type of intelligentsia beneath your feet and above your head and whatnot, right? But
we here, bro. We are the damn iceberg.
This dark web and in the rooms that it has and the secrets that it holds, right? And this is where a lot of people who are into criminal activity, right? They went into the bowels of the dark web to do what? On the Silk Road to do what? To fish for people's data. Their private data. So when they say data is gold, and when they say data is the new oil, and when they're building data centers, and this whole thing is about data, and you're literally living in a time period where you saw a company go public, and when you saw a company start out, when the first day it launched, some of you got on that ship. That ship sailed into $1 trillion waters while you were on it, and whilst on that ship, you probably collected $30. Right? We're here to let you know that this ship is a mega yacht that you're about to get on.
Oh, yeah.
This is a mega yacht, and it's not owned by none of those weirdos, and we're not going to Epstein.
island, bro. We're not going to Epstein Island.
Which
We're going to
island?
Fantasy Island. We're going to Fantasy Island. No tattoo. We're going to Fantasy Island. The plane.
No,
This
seriously.
mega yacht that y'all about to get on is we're gonna take you to the promised land,
That's
right? And it's gonna be frictionless. It's participation, responsive and whatnot.
No shadow banning.
No shadow banning whatsoever. You say anything that you need to say, that you want to say, that you have to say.
That's right. That's right.
You could become a merchant. You become you could become a manufacturer. You could become a distribution center. You could become a fulfillment center. You could now put the unhoused to work. You could now put migrants to work.
That's
you
right.
could put people who just came home in a pokey to work.
That's right.
There's so many things that you could do. You could start streaming like Casanet, holler at Flysanet, because I'm building the university.
Yep.
You could do a lot. You
Yep.
could do reality shows. You could do skits. You could do comedy shows. You could do freestyle concerts. You could do battle rap. If you're doing anything on these apps that are capped, that we know a government and whatnot, listen, this is when the game was over. The U.S. government awarded Meta, Alphabet, Palantir, and OpenAI the highest of military contracts. What does that mean? That means that they have AI living on 2 tiers of a supermax. On 1 tier, it's a minimum where they gotta play nice. It's just housing criminals who have petty crimes. That's ChatGPT and them. But on the top tier, it's super predators who are considered the most dangerous people on the planet. That is the militarized AI that the government is building with these frontier companies and whatnot. The weaponized, the autonomous weapons, the rise of the autonomous weapons industry, the rise of the drones, the rise of Palantir, and all of these other things. That is something. It just, you know, if you really want to know, the DC martial law thing is the beginning of the rollout of what you're gonna see Palantir step in, and this thing is gonna go Skynet quick. So
Yeah.
we're here to let you know.
Yeah.
It's there's conversations that already need to be had, but this conversation that we just had with the world today is historic in so many ways, in so many contexts.
Yeah.
H Factor, you're gonna see this brother a lot more. We actually have him for a whole month, family. Next month in our series and whatnot. The good news is the brother is going to be with us for a whole entire month, man.
Right,
Hold
y'all.
on,
That's how you
man.
do it right here.
And we're not done with solutions, y'all.
Hold on, man. Hold on. You're gonna see Mr. H Factor dropping that knowledge, that wisdom, that intellect. You know what I'm saying? You know, the solutions and whatnot.
We're not done with solutions, boy. We're just getting started.
Man, just getting started.
Just getting started. You know, just getting started, y'all.
I'm gonna have a chapter in this book. I'm looking forward to my contribution to this Pay Me in Crypto workbook, right?
Pay us in crypto.
And we're gonna be recruiting the top minds in the space to contribute. Because this workbook is not about a novel. This is for you to have writings in, right? If I see you a year from now and your workbook is still empty, collecting dust on the shelf, we failed you.
We failed you, right?
We failed you.
Biggie said,
I don't know, y'all. They might have failed themselves a little bit.
They might have, right.
it.
But if we didn't convince them to write in that book, something went wrong along the way, man. Because the way that we gonna charge people up and drop so many gems on them and look, they gonna be look at Spin, look at the jewels on Spin. They gonna be looking like look at Spin, look at Spin's neck, bro.
Hey.
You know what I'm talking about? Look at
look how long the show. I mean, 2 hours and 18 minutes tonight. How much fire have we already breathed on the community?
Oh man, my KTL Clippers, I got my KTL Clippers is in the locker room lacing up right now, putting their jerseys on. They ready to go crazy on the dance floor with this right here. They gonna be on the floor like this, cutting that shit up like Kyrie in them. But look, the future is here, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Spin Ben told you. Now it's time to show you. We are in our solar maximum. We are on the road to the riches, headed into the Invest Fest. We are not slowing down. We are not taking no time off. We are not, quote unquote, we gonna let the Nipsey thing invigorate us, the pay us in crypto on the 15th.
That's right.
Biggie said, I wrote me a book. I made you a manual, a step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track and not your wig pushed back. So when I'm that's what I'm going with. This is a manual, a step-by-step booklet.
That's
so
right.
you could get your game on track and not your wig pushed back. Because having shit on your phone is good. Having shit on your computer is good. Having it on your tablet is great. But if you got a manual, a step-by-step booklet, look who's on the book. Look who blessed it. You know who that is. Baby. With the third eye. Huh? Biggie with the third eye. That shit, yo, Biggie with the third eye, holding the motherfucking, with the jewels on the Coogee. With the third eye. Right? Unbelievable. So, no. Not excuse me, sir. What, nigga? Who?
Yeah.
We marching into Atlanta like an army of futurist technocrats.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Doing a
We are making our mark in Atlantis for the strong end of August the 22nd and on.
Right. That's right.
Make no mistake about it. So this is not a game. Family, we are building an army.
Tuesdays?
Yeah, look, man. All Stars.
Mm-hmm.
This is the All-Star game. Yeah. It's time to form Voltron. You know what I'm talking about?
Shadow banning is over.
Oh, the shadow banning is over.
Shadow ban is over.
Shadow who?
If you're shadow banned anywhere, come home. You know?
Yeah. And everybody that's watching on my Instagram, hit my Yappit link.
Yeah. Everybody, look. We signing. We gonna be signing everybody. Everybody, look. Every KTL All-Star is gonna get onboarded to the Yap. I'm actually in the Yappit accelerator right now.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, you know what I mean. You
and your brother are running the influencer program. What do you mean?
We are running the influencer program, but I'm currently in the incubator and I'm inside of the accelerator. What does that mean? What it means is I'm at Yappit headquarters getting acclimated and getting dressed for the party, and literally almost like when remember when they turned Optimus Prime into Hot Rod? Yeah, I'm getting refurbished right now, and I'm just getting turned into a Yappit monster, you know. And once I'm released, it's like release the beast, because we are going around the world with this campaign. Absolutely. I'm bringing the All-Stars with me. This shit is going to be a movie. We're going to show you how your eyeballs are magical, because it literally raised a nation, a bank, a hedge fund, a real physical nations in what? Barns, islands, resorts. So this is just one piece of what it is we call the puzzle. Me and Spin, we have so many more jewels to deliver you, all right? But in the meantime, between time, the next jewel or the next quote-unquote shining diamond that we have in this treasure chest of distinguished gemstones is a good brother out of Chicago named Bitcoin Bully.
Yeah.
And he is going to be bringing a once-in-a-lifetime master class, right? This is not a workshop. This is not a lecture. I have to be able to put it in a correct category so you can find it. This is a master class, right? Pay us in crypto. And if you know anything about the economy right now, and if you know anything about how the economy just changed, and if you know anything about the digital economy, which is ran by crypto, If you know anything about the reality of what the next 10 years is going to look like, then you will be there on Friday when we celebrate Nipsey or Maya's Hussle, right? The Crip who taught us crypto. We keep his dream alive. We keep his quote unquote marathon alive. We pick it up and we run with it. Keep in mind, we, the KTL All-Stars in the living flesh, represent what is known as the fifth pillar of hip hop. It is not ironic that the birthday, 52 years hip hop was yesterday. It is not an irony that we put on 24-hour marathon leading up to the 52nd birthday of hip hop. And the fifth pillar of hip hop is called knowledge of self, which is back in the days, and they translated it today as consciousness, right? So it's just a basic word if you don't put any flesh and bones to it, if you don't house it. So conscious community is the stadium, HOK is the house, KTL is the house, Black Magic is the house. These are cul-de-sacs, Urban TV, the house, right? And we are that pillar of hip hop called consciousness and knowledge. That is what we are. That's why we have that. People are like, they so damn hip hop, because that's who we are. We are it in manifested flesh. We are the 5 pillars. I'm a master of ceremony. I'm an artist. I'm a DJ with the music and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? I'm conscious and whatnot. And the 5th pillar is I'm a hell of a dancer. 2 left feet. They call me lucky lefty, baby. I'm a hell of a dancer. I'm happy feet with about 3 tequilas in me. Oh, Lord. So we are the living embodiment of a culture that was created in the Bronx in 1973 during the Lionsgate. You know what I mean? Like we are them, and we're going to utilize that culture as a bridge. But we don't represent what y'all thought was hip hop, because y'all thought rap music or trap music or snap music or hip hop incorporated. No, there is such a thing as hip hop incorporated. H Factor has been in the highest heights and whatnot of all type of intelligence. So he knows that they twin everything. Everything is cloned. Everything is twin. Everything is, So there's Hip Hop Inc. And then there's hip hop, higher infinite power, healing our people. And if somebody doesn't recite that, then it's really not hip hop. Yeah. You got to understand that part. That's all. You have to evoke that, and you have to call that, and then you have to carry on, and you have to walk in that type of quote unquote frequency. Because if you say higher infinite power, healing our people, and then you say bust it wide open, I'm gonna tell you the color of my, and all of the other vulgarities that we would that does not go in alignment with that statement. That's Hip Hop Inc. Yeah. That's Timu. That's Sheen. We Lennon. We Cashmere. We Ralph in them. That ain't Ralph though. That's Ralph Cramden. That ain't Ralph though.
Exactly.
So I don't want to keep, but look, H Factor, he's gonna be. I need y'all to go ahead and get your tickets. It's gonna be him and the Giant, right? Who is Tariq Bey. AI Accelerated 4.4 Master Course. Red Pillar H Factor Jetson Life. 4 weeks. How to build MCPs, vibe code, custom chat GPTs. And Spence City will be popping up as well to do his one thing, his Thug-izzle. You feel me? His Thug-izzle. This workshop with a workspace in the cloud. We have a workshop with a workspace. I'm officially retiring workshops, online workshops, only because I have the analytics and I'm able to see in the back office, and I'm able to tell people do not watch workshops, right? But what I am continuing, because I'm not going to end the aspect of a workshop, because workshops are revolutionary, evolutionary, and they literally could spark businesses and movements. Workshops were workspaces. So a workshop with a workspace, because we understand how the cloud works, and we know that we could put workspaces in the cloud, is where the workshop will have a live workspace where the work is actually being done on a daily basis. Not we just open up the workshop on a Friday. No, this workshop is continuous all throughout the whole week and whatnot. So it's going to be a 3-hour workspace. The first hour we will be building MCPs, right? The second hour we will be building custom GPTs, right? In the third hour, it will be a full hour of vibe coding, which will create either apps, websites, mobile apps, and every week it will be one of us teaching one of those topics. We'll switch it up and whatnot, so we don't have to stay on one topic, because the power we've seen this throughout the all of these Techno Tuesdays and whatnot, is that the prompt engineer is unique. The programmer is unique. Everybody is unique in their own rights and whatnot. And when you interface with the LLM, or when you interface with these algorithms and this technology and whatnot, it yields different unique results. It's almost like you're tapping into your multiverse. You're tapping into your quantum field and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I was with somebody and they put a prompt, and I put the same prompt in, and it gave them something different than it gave me.
Yeah.
And they was standing right next to me. So I was like, shit, what is this, a time thing? Like, how that? And I'm talking about completely different. So I'm like, is the AI connecting to your quantum field? Because this is all multiverse shit. I went on Higgsfield and cloned some shit where it made 8 of me. I'm like, nah, those are me in different dimensions, bro.
Yeah.
This shit is crazy. So we're moving faster towards the day when we're literally going to see this fake this fabric, or this imaginary quote unquote wall fall. And it's going to introduce us to multiple dimensions on some King the Conqueror shit. And I'm here for it. So while we're here, it's time to have fun with these tools. It's time to have fun with the knowledge that we have collectively gathered. This knowledge base that's on KTL is crazy.
Yeah.
This knowledge base that's on KTL just this season alone is crazy. What me and Spin did in a span of from January to now, the knowledge base that we built up. If you were to take the data and turn it into a transcript and then crunch it and squeeze it and run it through a machine to give it a valuation, because we're literally heading to a future where your the words that you say and the way that you say it and the things that you talk about and the time in which you had talked about it, they're going to retroactively give it a valuation. So the term "my network is my net worth" is going to literally be a reality. People are going to be walking valuations based off of, let's say that you put an article on MySpace and it was about AI. You're going to get a valuation. You're going to get a bigger valuation than somebody who the AI and the algorithm found only started talking about AI in 2023. You can't say that you're an expert. You know what I mean? You won't qualify in the social programs. You know, you have to have proof of work. So this proof of work will connect to the blockchain and it will give you a valuation. So your network is your net worth. Check on your people, activate your people, bring your people amongst your other people, connect your people. That's you got to live out in real life with the rules of this quote unquote game that you're playing, and you're seeing people play the game and win the game. You're seeing people play the game and figure the game out. You're seeing people play the game and act like it ain't even, it's so easy that it ain't even a game. It's like they smiling and showing their teeth. That's the people that got their paperwork right. That's the people that know that they getting paid every fucking time that that nigga press play. That's the people who is keeping this information away from you because the game is to be sold. No rapper never told in a form of rhyming at an open mic during one of them podcasts. He didn't pillow talk this to the shorties, to the baddies. They didn't run back and tell it. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody never passed a note in class that this was the way.
Yep.
So all of these episodes of Where Are They Now? All these episodes of Unsung, all of that trauma have been healed tonight on this show. That's Listen, right. Man, pay us in crypto, bro. I'm telling you, look.
Last Stone. Was
The Last Stone. The Last Stone. This is for Angie, y'all. This is for Angie, y'all.
That's right.
We got to go to this song and we're going to be right back. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Friday, Nipsey's birthday. Be a part of the ceremony. We getting rich. And I'm talking about, look.
Niggas in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up the dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets nipped nose, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Ristos, causing chaos and play a calypso. I paused in kitchens and caused addictions. I paused prescriptions and caused inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores and bricks and on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bompton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not for folks. Niggas in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets lips now, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play a calypso. Hickory dickory dock, hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot, lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crip walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light air, lift off the rock. Toe from the right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot, lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Players in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets lips now, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play a calypso.
That's going platinum on Yappit, bro. I tell you, that's going platinum on Yap. Get your dollars ready, man. Or get your crypto, get your Satoshis ready. Get your Satoshis ready on the 15th. Look, we gotta have it. The shit gonna sound so crispy clean. Man, I can't wait. I'm so ecstatic. Pay us in crypto. That's for the Cold Crush. That's for everybody that they robbed. That's for Angie Stone. Ooh, this video gonna be so serious. That's for everybody. That's for the master teachers. You know what I'm talking about? That's for the master teachers. Look. That's for Sabi. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's for the big homie.
Big
You know what I mean? That's for the masters with the green jacket. If they don't got the green jacket, we ain't jacking. That's for the master teachers. You know what I'm talking about? The big homie, the master teachers right here. The masters. The big dogs. The big masters. The masters. We're talking about the masters. Shout out to all of them. Pay us in crypto. Diamonds are dancing like they off in disco. And the master teachers are worth so much weight in gold. We are going to be able to take care of some their families and whatnot, right? The KTL All-Stars. You feel me? We're going to be able to take care of so many. We're going to be able to retroactively take care of so much that was done wrong. It's not going to be left wrong like that. We coming through, and you know, we are going to uplift with solutions. Feel me? I'm in my stream chasers era right now. The only reason I'm acting like this is because I got something coming up with
blockchain bully, and I said Stream Chasers present, so it automatically locked me in like a smart contract.
You ever know that I had that tattoo, Red? And I'm hella
You
black,
got
but
that tattoo?
yeah, I've always had this. I've had this for like 11 years, right here on my
Stop
shoulder.
playing. Are you
Nah, bro, you
serious?
hella funny, bro.
Stop playing. You got that? You mean a black
Monopoly man, yeah.
Monopoly guy.
the black Monopoly guy? You been had that? You a legend.
I
Stop
don't know. I don't know
playing.
if it's on the screen, but yeah, I've had
Look
that.
at but look at that synchronicity. This is my logo from like 2020, bro.
And
Oh,
then
wow.
look, so you even
This is
want more
Stream Chasers.
synchronicity. This is what's so funny about even more synchronicity between us. New Diamond's cousin, one of my
Right.
best friends, Von Casso, did this tattoo.
Get out of here. Are you serious, bro?
Hell yeah.
New Diamond's cousin.
New Diamond's cousin is my homie Von. Right? He do tattoos in Vallejo. That's where he come from, Vallejo, California. So he doing a tat, and yep, I got this. I got your logo back in like 2011.
So guess what I'm gonna do for you, bro? On some real shit. You literally have a box. First of all, let me turn this off. First of all, I meant to, I like to do on-screen surprises because all that fake surprise when you pop up and somebody acts surprised. Oh shit! No, we do real screen surprises, not no fake shit, right? So let me go and turn this screen.
Hey, Oshun said, "Where's his monocle?" On some Mandela effect type movement. I don't think he ever had a monocle, y'all. That's them ones. That's when we parlay right there.
That's for the family right there. Everybody who was a student in AAA, this is part of your package.
Yeah.
This is just part of your package. Your workbook is the craziest workbook ever made in mankind. I'm gonna read it on the air. I'm maybe not tonight, but I'm definitely gonna read that. This right here is crazy. And we got the t-shirts that's gonna be inside of this bag, right? Matter of fact, could we do a giveaway tonight?
You want to do some gear?
Absolutely.
Show tonight, you back?
Yeah, the Peanut Man. The Peanut Man had a monocle. The Monopoly Man didn't, y'all.
Huh? What? Do we put these on Yappit or? All right, so let's do something. When I hit 100 on Yappit, then I'll start giving these away. I need 100 followers on Yappit. So we got this, and after 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. They'll get these prizes, and I got people who will count with me. You feel me? I got AI that's gonna count with me, and I got AI agents that will count with me, and I got humans that will count with me. So y'all got triple protection. But let me show y'all what y'all are gonna win. This is a reward system that we are showing you. This is for look at hip hop. Look at the flyer. Look at the flyer, right? That's legendary. Look at the flyer. You feel me? That's some legendary shit.
Yeah. Cool
This is an NFT.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is an NFT. Everybody should have this picture on the wall next to them doing the dance like Good Times. This needs to be framed on walls on linen. Real talk.
Yeah.
This is a motif. Don't let these people fool you, bro. Don't let these people fool you. This is magic. I could do magic. This is like a sacred sigil right here. This is a fucking motif. This shit'll be, or this is like a shroud. In 100, this is 52 in 500 years. Are you serious? Ibrahim. It is, yo, Ibrahim. Ibrahim is in his bag, so you are too. You know what I'm talking about? Ibrahim is in his bag, and so are you.
Hey, I asked Grok Heavy, did the Monopoly Man have a monocle? and everybody that is a millennial, you base it off that because in the 1996 Monopoly Junior, the $2 bill shows him with a monocle. That is the only exception in a Monopoly man wearing a monocle. It's over with. I just discussed it in the deep research.
All of these bags will be available on Yappit.
He did.
In 3 hours is actually uploading. What'd you say?
You know, we have in the comments, bro. While you talking, we have in the
Right.
Mandela effect conversation. Yeah, it's been proven already in 1996 on Monopoly Junior, for sure.
We got the Dick Gregory tote bag, ladies and gentlemen, on the stamp. We got Dick Gregory tote on our stamp. This is our stamp. This is a FBA stamp. This is a stamp that we will be issuing to our people of the master teachers. This is our postage, right? Baba Dick Gregory. All right? The master teacher. Then we have on the anniversary, because it was the other day, Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain 44th was yesterday. So it's only been 44 days. So this is still a part of history.
Yep.
This is the Stone Love logo when we flipped it to Stone Mountain. This is a day in history, and you should have this on your wall. Everybody that was at Stone Mountain should have this shirt. When it's all said and done, because you're going to tell your people about it, then they're going to be like, did you got that shirt that Rich had on, and you ain't going to have this? So they're gonna be like, "Oh man, you wasn't up there." No,
You
look at
weren't
me.
there.
I was next to the B. Look at me next to the B. Nah, that ain't you.
You ain't yapping. You capping.
This is your proof of attendance. All of my VIPs got a free one. You know what I mean? And it was filled up with gifts. Triple A. You carry your all of your AI books in here. You carry your workbooks in here. You even carry everything AI related in this AAA bag. You could walk into an establishment with this AAA bag filled up with a business in a box. You know what I'm talking about? And a whole bunch of tools and whatnot and fix anything. You could go inside of a company with this bag filled up and turn a regular analog company into a digitized AI company in a matter of probably, I would say, the fastest 1 hour. The longest about 3. Same way that people come and connect cable is the same way that you could bring the triple AI framework into any business and build out a triple AI stack, what they call a triple AI stack, right? It is 3 stacks. The first stack is agentic AI. What does that mean? That means right now you literally can have a one-man business with 20 to 30 agents working for you. You describe and you break down every single use case for somebody to run a business, and you assign an agent to those use cases. Henceforth, why thousands and millions are being fired, because the enterprise CEOs at enterprise level, they have the technology ahead of time, and they've been taught and trained on what to do and how to do it. And here we are in the future. Agentic, one layer is agentic AI. So you could go to any business and offer them the opportunity to give them agents to their business, create agents for their business, specifically for their brand, for their business, for their industry. Then the next layer is automation, right? Imagine automation is something, on Instagram, they say comment this and we'll send you the link. And the minute you comment it, you get a link. That's automation. That's not a fast hand. You know what I'm saying? That's not somebody on their computer just hitting shit. That's happening automatically. That is that at its smallest level, and it goes all the way up to complex automations from N8N, make.com, and the other quote unquote automation sites. There are a lot of them. I got the opportunity to stack about 50,000 N8N automations, and we're gonna have that access to the members. Are gonna have access to all of that. And the last stack of the framework of what we're licensing. This is a licensed technology that we've developed and whatnot. The last stack is APIs. So you'll have access to APIs, thousands of APIs. And what people don't know is APIs are what help the internet move, right? APIs are what's running Google. API is what's running Facebook. when you see it wait, when you do a command and it waits, and then there's a moment where the thing is spinning and it's loading and it's buffering, that's the APIs connecting. You know what I'm talking about? It's the APIs connecting the same way that Lego blocks will connect, the same way that the tracks on a railroad connect in order for the data or the light to pass through. You know? So that is the full stack, and that is what we that's what this class was about, that we just had this monumental 5-week workshop. Shout out to all the KTLians who graduated.
Monster class.
You feel me?
API keys, depth on API keys, depth on workflows, depth on agents. Like, come on.
And I also have good news for all of those students, because it's so lit and we have so much more to offer you. We actually have a bonus class that we're going to be giving you tomorrow. So look out for your emails. You're going to be getting your quote unquote invite. It's going to be a Zoom. We have a bonus coming for y'all, and we're going to be loaded up. We're going to be introducing you to some of your new scholars. I decided we're going to stack the deck. Me and Spin been killing it and whatnot. And now it's time to form Voltron and bring more intelligence. What's better than one LLM? 2 LLMs. What's better than 2 LLMs? 3 LLMs. What's better than 3 LLMs? 4 LLMs. Because right now, the way things are moving, we need to combine what's better than five of them. We need to combine our intelligent machines, our intelligent minds, the Napoleon Hill mastermind principle, right, in real time, and we need to be solution based. So days they're gonna be days on the horizon that's coming. The people determine how fast this day comes. How about that? You know, when people say, when is y'all, what is the date y'all gonna do it? The date that we're gonna do it is the date that we wake up and y'all make us do it. By y'all doing your part. And then we wake up and we say, oh shit, it's time for us to do it. And all that do it is coming together and having a hackathon of solving the 99 problems that Jay-Z talked about. With a reward of $1 million in Bitcoins. There's no more cash awards. We are not in the Wild West. This is not Butch and the Sundance Kid. No more cash rewards. Bitcoin rewards or XRP. We getting digital. We're going with the crypto. Okay? Because if we had done that over the course of the 25 years, if we just tried that for one event, imagine if we did one event in Harlem and they was like, yo, we're going to turn this 50 racks just into crypto and let it sit. Nobody gets paid. Nothing happens. We all just break even, right? You don't take all of it, of course. You pay people they honorarium. You take care of the bills and the door and everything. And then everything else, everybody agrees. So let's say that there's 3 or 4 people most of the time at a debate, right? Most it's 1-on-1 or it's 2-on-2. And then you'll have one person doing a lecture. Sometimes there's a one-man lecture. If you could get one man to say, all right, cool, y'all could take 30% and put in liquidity. Y'all could take 20% and put it in liquidity or put it in a hedge and whatnot. Y'all could take 30% and just throw it into a crypto and then and put it in a wallet. Pay me though. You're not holding it. You'll pay me in crypto, but just let it sit somewhere. Imagine if that were to happen. What up? All right. Imagine if that were to happen, and then later on, we were to revisit it 25 or 20 or 12 years later. What would the result be? Because I'm not being facetious. I don't want people to assume that anything would have changed. They're like, well, they just gonna come and pick up their money. Like, you know, what would have been the change, H factor?
We would have a different reality amongst us. Number one, we'd have a DAO with assets in it. Because right now our DAO is kind of assetless. So we would have a treasury. Our community would have a treasury. Because the first thing they did when they signed the Genius Act, was established a digital treasury.
Treasury. Spin, I'm sorry. Answer that question after the good brother, please.
Go ahead, please.
No, you answer it. You ain't finished. You not.
Yeah, and I'm in here typing. So go ahead, ask me real quick. Put it in short, and let me get in.
I wanted to know if we were taking shares and revenue from events that were taking place in New York in the time of we have to go and retroactively find out where Bitcoin was at price wise. So the biggest event in Harlem was the debate between Sarah Sutton-Seti and Eileen Bay, right? It's rumored that the door made over 100,000, right?
Okay.
If 30% or 20% of that was allocated to crypto and put into some type of quote unquote trust or put into some type of yield farming and whatnot, and was able to compound, where would we be at 25 years as a community fund?
Man, exactly. So you just brought up the price of Bitcoin right there, and I think it happened to jump. I don't know my precise numbers, but as a community, as a collective, whoever was a part of that and a part of that growth, I mean, I think you're seeing millions of dollars. And like you said, the most watched debate, the most attended debate. H Factor speaks about running video and getting paid back for streaming. So what if you're streaming that old school debate, the most attended debate, the most watched debate, and you're sitting there watching it, and you getting paid in crypto on the back end? You got it on your YouTube out rolling, you got it on your Twitch out rolling, and you getting those royalties back, like with the black box. I mean, imagine the combinations, especially if folks like us. So definitely, any type of event, any type of movie, anything that you put out there, and if you take your cash from the door and you say, you know what, y'all, 25% of this needs to go into our what are we doing, y'all, at this door? Oh man, we doing hella XRP. Okay, cool. What are we doing after we hit Hong Kong? What happened? What are we doing in China? Woody woo. Boom. Set it in. Get the cash. Convert it into your favorite. You might be an Ethereum person. You might be a, woody woo. We'll drop something. You know what I mean? We'll have utilization NFTs as well. Utilization NFTs, y'all. That means they come with something. You can do something and get something out of it. I'll digress on that. But all in all, you know what I mean? Putting that ticket in, getting that ticket in the door, and applying some sort of go forth with events. I think the culture never loses again. If I'm gonna be honest, you'd have to be, completely dead or incapacitated not to continue to grow and scale your coin. Be honest.
Talking about the possibility.
I look at crypto as cloud money.
Right, cloud money.
And to me, the gods are in the cloud.
Say that again.
The gods are in the cloud. It's the gods in the cloud that determine what happens on the ground. Right. Bill Gates, look how much land he owns.
Right.
Mark Zuckerberg, look how much land they own.
Right.
Man. So if you were really a god, you're ruling the cloud. And crypto is cloud money. So that's God money. It's timeless. It's timeless. Your dollar bill that you had when you were in 1985, when your auntie gave you that dollar bill, that thing is gone. It's disintegrated. It's useless. They've already grinded it up and turned it into dirt and made it into more money. But this is God money. So as we think about the clouds that we affect, as we think about the clouds that we've made valuable, Google, right? We made Google by accepting all of these Gmails, right? And making Gmail a permanent part of our identity. We made Google's cloud. IBM owns all of the business clouds. AWS, they own everybody's cloud, right? But where's our cloud?
Talk about it. That black cloud.
Let's
talk about it.
Right?
Say that again. Say that again.
Where's our cloud? We're making all these other gods, right? The top 1%ers own 50% of the wealth in the world. Those are cloud owners, right? You want to be a god or not, right? How many terabytes do you have? Is it 2? Is it 30? Is it 100? Is it beyond terabyte, right? A petabyte? How many petabytes do you own? Because then you could speak God. Until then, walk around with cash because that's what you deserve. Pay me in God money. And let the bombs play.
Mm-hmm.
There's your clouds right there. Wifey was made a god. You see how she got brought up on the stage? They made her a god. She was a normal. She didn't have a cloud. But every woman has a cloud.
I mean, hell yeah, man. We made a straight 3-hour mark on that one, gang. This has been probably the longest, strongest Techno Tuesdays today, honestly. Stay strong, stay true. Y'all got y'all in the comments. Y'all turn.
Super
Man,
turn.
we talked about deep science, deep learning, man. We done talked about the black box and how to keep your music.
That's
Boy,
right.
I started glitching and dancing. I look crazy on my screen. But yeah, definitely, man. It's been a wonderful Techno Tuesdays. I do got to jump right here in the second red, so
Yes, sir.
I'll
We
let
out.
y'all. I'll
We
let
going
y'all
through
do
the
y'all
quantum.
W.
Nah, we out. We quantum jumping, man. This is a good 3. This is a solid 3. KTL Clippers, lace up. I need my KTL Clippers. Get out. Yeah, get on. Yeah. KTL Clippers, they about to sing the Star Spangled Banner. Y'all about to get on the floor. Get to chopping. I need the chop shop. I need y'all to pull up to the chop shop. Where my plug channels at? Start plugging in. This one got to go around the world. Global.
We'll see y'all.
Yeah, this was heavyweight for sure.
Yeah, global. This is it right here. Call this one the answer. On the first day of hip hop's 52nd, you feel me? We saved the culture. You know when niggas be like, I ain't no savior. Kendrick said I ain't coming to save the people. No disrespect, but we are.
Mm-hmm.
We could stand on that. We are. We coming to save.
Yeah.
Cause when we realized that nobody was gonna come and save us, and when we was on Stone Mountain, right? And when we were in by Dr. Martin Luther King's house, and it was like 30 of us. When we was in the West End going to get something to eat, right? At Jefferson spot. Jeff, pull up, man. Don't get Jefferson in the building, man. We got the God of manufacturing, the apparel God. Yeah, it's the green screen.
You got to get in that screen.
Yeah, you gotta get in that screen. So, you know, we realized that we were the only ones that we needed during that strong end. That's when we came to the realization.
That's right.
Stop looking outside of the circle. Stop looking outside of your network. Your network is your net worth. Stop looking outside of yourself. Stop doubting yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Stop being greedy. Be grateful for what you've been given, because if anybody in this community could be honest with themselves, this community and this network is the gift that keeps on giving. You can't eat all of this whole meal at once. I don't care if you're an eater. You can't eat this whole meal at once. You get introduced to new plates. But for all of y'all that like Nobu and Felipe Chow and all of that, they coming out with a lot of plates. Every day somebody coming out with an 8. You go to Black Magic, got meals coming out. KTL got meals coming out. Urban X got meals coming out. Y'all, all of y'all, spiritually speaking, is the 600-pound sisters that show. Because y'all in the bed just getting fed mad food and whatnot. So if you don't do nothing with it, you're just going to hoard. And you're just going to be a glutton for information. And then you'll literally be the 600-pound sister.
Hey,
But if
that's
you,
so true though, man. How
yeah,
people just consume so much information and sit on it. That's actually getting like brain fat. That's
Yeah.
something
straight
new right
up,
there.
straight up. And this is the riches of food, so it won't make you unhealthy, big. You just gonna be on some Buddha shit. But
Yeah.
you gonna, yeah, and you gonna start consuming not just the conscious. You'll just consume every goddamn thing.
Hmm.
What we're saying is, if that's the case, why don't you make some bread off of that? Be a rich Buddha. There's two Buddhas outside. Be
Yeah.
the rich Buddha. You know what I'm talking about? Get paid for being a glutton. Get paid for consuming in mindlessly. Have a mind now. We're giving you a mind. We're bringing the mindfulness back. And what we're saying is we've cracked the code, not just on artists and their quote unquote rights. This man came and returned the rights. He came and solved the biggest mystery that even Scooby Doo and them niggas couldn't solve. How the hell do we get money for our recordings
That's right.
and for our intellectual property, for our name, image, and likeness?
That's
The
right.
I want my NIL deal. Flossinette want an NIL deal.
That's right.
Richfield want an NIL deal. Red Pillar want an NIL deal. Scorpion King. It's so many. So what a fucking time to be aligned. We out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Pay us in crypto. It's a movement. Wait till y'all read that manual. It's gonna blow your tops. The early bird is over. You know what I'm talking about? You'll have to buy that book separately, but you still pay us in crypto. It's worth it. Go back and get the workshop. This is legendary. I promise you. Me and this man right here, we did something legendary with this. We did something legendary with all of the workshops. We created assets that are going to live on further than us. But the proof of work is there, right? Shout out to all of my KTL All Stars. That marathon is I'm still getting emails, phone calls, all type of stuff. They stopping me at Kroger's. They loving it. This is not this is only the beginning. We are now in the streaming era of KTL, family. When I say it's a movie, it's a motherfucking movie. New York, I will see you this strong in. You know what I'm talking about? New York, we might be doing a pop-up. Get ready. KTL store, we doing IRLs, we doing it big. Atlanta, get ready for Spence City and Red Pillar live Techno Tuesdays at the Invest Fest. I don't care if it's a Tuesday or not. We doing it live. Atlantis, I mean. Some people come to Atlanta, but y'all come to Atlantis. Atlantis, get ready. Techno Tuesdays, Red Pillar, and Spence City interviewing people with bank licensing, stable coins, platforms, social monetization platform. You name it. We're going to be introducing you to billionaires and to trillionaires and to people who, even if they on the stage or if they not on the stage, but this will be the talk of the town. I promise you. Get ready.
Trust, bro.
Solar Maximum. We riding this thing out to Nipsey's. I'm riding this thing out to Nipsey. I'm riding this out. The marathon continues all the way up into, we'll let you know, but the marathon continues because people thought that the 24-hour thing was a marathon. It's called a marathon, not a sprint.
Red,
Marathons don't end in 2 days. The hell you talking? What the hell? Marathons go for a whole quarter. I'm like one of them niggas from Louisiana. I do my birthday the whole month. The marathon continues until we say it don't. So this is we moving, bro. We are moving. And with that being said, make sure y'all get y'all tickets. All right. Make sure y'all get y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna change the ticket price after tonight. So y'all got an opportunity to go and get the early bird for Pay Us in Crypto. It's on Eventbrite. The link is in the bio. It's also on Buy Me a Coffee inside of the store, and it's also on KTL University.com. It's everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? And for my Patreons, you're gonna have access to it, my Rainbow Opals and up. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, and light. We will see you on the other side. Stay dangerous.
Yeah,
Right?
peace, love, longevity. It's been spin. It's been, you know what I'm saying? This one of them Tuesdays that I like to see. We covered a lot of time, a lot of clips coming, a lot of wisdom for the folks. All right. Peace, love, longevity, man. Spin.
All right, y'all. Oh, come on, H Factor. This come
Man,
on, man.
y'all know I love
Talk your
y'all.
talk.
And go get that guy money, right? And get your music assets done so that we can put them in your 401k. We're gonna talk about that later. But get that guy money. Don't take this cash. That's over with.
How could they get the app? The black box.
Musicblackbox.net.
Could we drop that in the chat, please? Could we get these links out? I need your
that was vibe.
Drop your IG too.
I vibe coded that. I'm at the H Factor with no OTR. All right. And y'all will see me. I ain't no other H Factors out there. So the love is real. Y'all gonna see me out here at KTL. Connect to your city.
You got a whole month with us, workshop or workspace. You got you and Tariq Bey. We didn't even get to cover that tonight. Damn.
Yeah, I know.
The next technology. Let's just hold out for the next technology for next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is a new breakthrough technology. Next Tuesday is a new breakthrough, quote unquote, propriety. And yes.
Hey, what I'm gonna say is, let me get Red Pillar, H Factor, Tariq Bey, and Jay on a technically speaking. That's my channel. That's my channel. That's my show.
Oh, let's go.
Get some giants on my show.
Let's go. What day you want it? Let's do this.
So we launch every Thursday. So if we can go Thursday live and just come together. So technically speaking, it's literally just having a conversation. No demos. Right. We can argue a little bit. We can open up the world. But it's called technically speaking. So let me get Red Pillar, H Factor, Giant, and I'm gonna bring in my sustainable tech homie, we're gonna have one hell of a ball about tech, AI, robotics, tech, software, and hardware.
I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, bro.
Thursday early, cause that's travel day. So Thursday early is proficient for me. I mean early.
Yeah, we can shoot it, even if y'all want to shoot it.
Yeah, we can shoot it and premiere. Yeah, launch it. Yeah. That's right. Let's do that. Let's shoot it early, and then you launch it.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
I'm with it. Let's put the flyer together. We're the agent. We gonna have some announcements about this agency. My AI artists, my videographers, my legends. Somebody said that they had some unlimited VO credits for us early in the show. Here's the email right here. Go ahead and tap in. That's the best news that I heard all day. If you ladies, if you want to win my heart, it's credit based. You know what I'm talking about at this point. Yes, it's credit based. It's tokenized. My heart is tokenized. Respectfully, my love language is tokenized. That's the dowry, yo. The dowry of GPUs and tokens. Pay us in crypto. We think differently over here. You know? But I love y'all, man. We out of here. Peace, love, and light. You know what I'm talking about? Tell a friend to tell a friend. Techno Tuesdays is here.
Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up at dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped nose. Acting gay up in Cisco. Man, take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso. I pause in kitchens and caused addictions. I pause prescriptions and cause inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores and bricks and on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bompton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not from focus in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped down, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up the pistols, causing chaos and play up calypso. Hickory dickory down, hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot, lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crib walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light air, lift off the rock. Toe Virgil right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot, lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Payers in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up that dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped down, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up the pistols, causing chaos and play up calypso.